Hey, let me see here. Make sure everything's running properly on us. OBS is looking good. Twitch is looking good. Good morning, everybody. Just give me one moment here. Doing a little bit of work here to get everything set up. There we go. The Twitch message just came through on the Stream Elements link. Just need to type something up real fast, guys. Give me 1 second. Okay, and then we're going to... How do I pin... No, not that. So I should be able to do that, and then pin. Unable to pin, what the hell? Why is it not? There we go. Pin that for until manually unpinned. Thank you very much. Okay, so yes, if you see the pin message at some point today, we're going to have to take a short pause since I got a notice after stream on Monday that my landlord would be spraying for pests later. Hello, Tenwin. Good. Is the pin message showing up for you by any chance? Diamond. Not as a pin. It's not showing up as a pin on the top of the chat log. Hold on. Let me. Hold on. Copy. Let's unpin this message. Paste it. We'll pin it again. Pin this message manually. Oh, Chikastar. Chikastar, welcome. First time chatter. Hello. Manually pin until end of stream. Did you? Oh, you must have. Because it's... Yeah. I think I remember that was from a while ago. Thank you for checking us out again. Thank you. Okay, the pin should be showing up. Did you see the two videos I told you about? I was able to find the lemon one, Tenwin. I was unable to find the Marzai one, no matter what I was able to do. It just did not... I could not find it anywhere. Alright, let me make sure that's working. Okay, the fuzziness is not as bad on this Twitch end, so hopefully it's a little bit better today. I was able to improve the bit rate, so hopefully things will work a bit better today. Is this your favorite game? I wouldn't say it's my favorite game, but right now we've been playing through Rogue Trader. I've been playing through the whole game, and for the most part, I'm very much an RPG and strategy game kind of person, so I'm mainly, lots of long-form Let's Plays. I don't imagine on this channel I'm going to be doing too many, short-form stuff unless I have a game that I specifically want to play. RPGs like this can take a while. I don't even know. In fact, how long have we been? Yeah, we played over 4 days worth of Rogue Trader. 4 days and 5 hours. So almost 30 hours of game. No, or not 30, God. That would be 1 day. So just under 100 hours so far. I think that's pretty good. Source I can find is a Marzai video, is a Tumblr post, and a Reddit post linking to said Tumblr post. I guess I could try to see if I could find it some other time. I mainly searched around YouTube and Google and I couldn't find it, but I'll keep it in mind to keep an eye out for. Where were we, by the way? Hey, Darkstar, welcome. Doing good. As you can see, hopefully from the pinned comment, it should be showing up. We will probably have to take a short break at some point during the stream. I got a notice when I was on my way to work on Monday that my landlord would be spraying for pests on Wednesday, so... Hopefully, he's done this before. He does it 2 or 3 times a year. It usually only takes about 3 to 4 minutes at most. So, shouldn't be too long of a delay. Is there any way to send you the link? I mean, I don't really use it. Twitch has a whisper system, which is basically like a DM. If you want to send it through that, I can check it out after the stream is over. Failing that, if you have it, you can just... posted in the chat towards the end of the stream, and I will check it out when I can. How long have you been streaming? I started streaming towards the end of June with the release of the Elden Ring DLC. That was the very first thing that I played. Once I got that done, I did, I think 2 streams just of random games, and then we transitioned over to Rogue Trader. I'm working my way towards getting a VTuber setup. Right now, I just have, as you can see in the bottom right corner, I've got the concept art for my character just set up as a PNG system. So yeah, haven't been doing it for too long. So far, been enjoying it. Streaming has helped with a few things to keep me honest in these kind of games, because Rogue Trader and other games like it, I have a nasty habit of save scumming, and streaming it live has reduced that significantly, and I think made it a slightly more enjoyable experience. Okay, Ulfar wants to be with us when we fight there. Jay needs to talk to us. Right, that was who we were needing to talk to. Where is she? Going for affiliate? I mean, that's the goal. The first goal is affiliate. We have to hit 50 followers for that, I believe. And then after that, I can start actually working on possibly monetizing some of this, which would be, you know, amazing if I could actually make a little bit of money off of this. At the very least, it could help pay for the internet bills and whatnot. On the Emperor's Revelation, it was hilarious. It was perfect. It was perfect how in character that's something it would do. The favorite part of it, though, Tenwin, was one of the top-rated comments was, it gets even better. Because the sour orange that had to be crossbred in order to make the lemon was also a hybrid fruit that only exists because humankind made it. So not only did we make the lemon, we made the thing that made the lemon.
Shireen, O glorious son of dozens of worlds and billions of subjects, have you come to converse with Jai Haydari about the sweetness of her soul? Or do you wish to speak to a trade representative of the Imperium? Well, does the guise of one of the most powerful people in the Expanse suit me?
Quite honestly, Jay, I would like to see the real you as often as possible. It's far preferable to the mask that you wear.
You sure about that, my lord? That can be arranged. Oh my, I beg your forgiveness, Shireen. I'm pretty sure the real me would earn herself a one-way trip to the airlock before the end of her first watch.
Oddly motivated. Oh yeah, it reeks of, what is that one trope that shows up every now and then from Reddit and 4chan? Humanity fuck yeah. HFY, humanity fuck yeah. Yeah, it very much has that kind of feel to it. That feel to it. It also reminds me of the, I think it was the Saturday Morning Breakfast Cereal webcomic. Had a comic where he was just like, don't screw with the human race. We pollute our own atmosphere. We set off nukes in our only habitable world. We nailed our god to a stick. It's like, okay, yeah, when you phrase it that way, humanity sounds a bit off of its rocker and crazy, doesn't it? How is your gang faring, Jay?
Like you need to ask Shireen. These Ashmags and Kashaz are tenacious. They lick their wounds faster than the Ajji themselves. Tora finally got an implant for her jaw. Now she can speak properly instead of braying like a toothless donkey. She's been recruiting strapping guys and gals too, because Falco culled our ranks. May the Ajji savage the soul of that interstellar piranha.
You said you wanted to reflect on what happened. What kind of conclusions have you come to, Jay?
Oh, yes, Shireen. And here is what I think. Since the day we first met, I have been tossed about like a boat in a storm. Battered, dashed against the rocks, lashed by the waves. And then I was flung onto the shore, and a fabulous gift washed up beside me. A precious pearl of the deep. The Mercatum Tabula Officiale. And you know what? I enjoyed it. Yes, I was slammed face first into the rocks, and was up to my neck in water. But I finally had a taste of freedom. Just a smidge. Just a little bit. But it was enough to make me dream of it every night. Void, crack and take the Kasbalika and the cold trade. As for our mutual business, Sherry, I will remain your loyal partner if you desire. An equal partner.
Such is your choice to make, Jay. All I can do is support it.
Then it is decided. Starting today, I will sail toward the future I choose. What a thrill it would be to ride the waves wherever they want to take me. Oh, I...
Just be careful that you don't run afoul of the Administratum. The last thing we need is something like that suddenly getting you caught up again in it. Nothing from Pascal. Interesting. I'm gonna double check everybody, see if there's any dialogue we missed with anybody on the bridge. Nope, Abel hasn't said nothing since we picked him up. What is this? Promenade has a dedicated rest area. The velvet cushions on the bench seat look soft and comfortable. Oh, that's weird. I don't remember that being there last time. No, nothing over here. Adira, you got anything for me? Maybe some prophecies?
All right.
Nope, nothing. Alright. Keep moving. Oh, you're right. It might have been. That's a good point. That's a good point, Tenwin.
Elantak. I trust your journeys.
Okay. Nomos, you got anything for me? Nope. I'm still convinced that is Eldari or Necron in nature. That's the only thing that makes sense with them, with the way it's shaped. Abelard, anything from you?
Captain.
Nope. Heinrichs, I don't think has anything. I think we already talked to him earlier.
This visit?
Yep, we're done with that. No, when you return from Kamara, the ship insides change based on your alignment. Oh, interesting. I just assumed that that would happen naturally over the course of the game, but I guess Kamara is a good stopping point. Oh, here we go. Marazai, I received a report that you were attacked from some creatures from the shadows. I take it our mutual acquaintances, the Mandrakes, have decided to rear their ugly head again. Yeah, I don't know what is causing it. I did equip him with a couple of items that give him, like, bonuses, so I don't know if one of the items has an effect on him or what. I mean, it kind of gives him a bit of an interesting appearance since he's wearing a shadow field generator, and technically that would basically produce this kind of effect, so, I don't care.
I have some recollection. What is it to you?
Well, I would like an explanation for one thing. What exactly are the Mandrakes? You've never really gone over that.
It was the mandrakes that I used to get you before. Creatures from the depths of Kamara. They thought they could ambush me here on this barge of yours. I taught them a painful lesson. I carved the symbol of Azuriesh on one's throat and hurled it back into the shadows to serve as a message to whoever dares to come for me the next time.
To be fair, Marazai, on our way out of Kamara, they did say that they would never stop hunting you, so, I mean, neither of us should be surprised by this.
If they come calling again, they'll be given the same welcome that I gave them before. So temper your fear. The Mandrakes are only interested in getting to me, and I know how to deal with unwanted visitors.
Good to know. Good to know. I mean, I figured that would be the case. Guess it's a good thing that we put him far away from everyone else on the crew, because if the Mandrakes are still going to be looking for him as well.
Let us raise our cups at Vat.
Nothing from you. Cassia, did you have anything after we finished up your issues? Nope. Argenta, you really haven't said anything since we got out of Kamara. It's starting to bug me. I'm assuming we're going to be running into the world that she wants to find where the saint was supposedly crashed at some point. If he continues to get the Drukhari, most likely would stop actively hunting him. No, I mean, well, to be fair, the Mandrakes are kind of their own law. Even if the rest of Kamara decides not to come after you, the Mandrakes might decide to do it just because. After all, they have their own reputation to consider, which is that they are inexorable, inevitable, and they will never stop hunting you once they have you in their sights. I mean, the Mandrakes are considered weird even by the standards of the Drukhari, so... And as for Marazai, I'm pretty sure it's one of his items is doing it. It might be the shadow field generator that does it. I don't know. It's weird. Alright. Get ready to land on Euphrates II. Begin scan. There we go. Ooh, orbital battle. The rogue trader's ship took its place in the center of the naval attack formation, the right flank guarded by the most sacred combat vessels of the Adeptus Mechanicus, and the left consisted of the combined forces gathered by the Lord Inquisitor, headed by a frigate of the indomitable Vulca Fenorica, the Space Wolves. The enemy deployed their ships in a wide arc in an attempt to surround the squadron, but the heretics' plan was not to be. Thorvald and Opticon 22 sent their detachments forward, tying up the enemy in combat and presenting the Lord Captain with the chance to deliver a blow into the very heart of the enemy position, where the flagship of these traitors to humanity waited their final hour.
You are going to do battle with them.
All right,
in
us
this crude
and
vessel.
ooh. Okay. I do like how that looks, though. That is nice looking. Okay, so it's definitely got at least 2 macro cannons on each side. Probably has 2 forward-mounted guns. If that's the case, we'd honestly be better off engaging it from the front, just because it's probably going to have less firepower to deal with on that side. I mean, maybe not of this size, but at the very least, we should be of the size up from this. I do agree on that, Tenwin. It is kind of aggravating how they do that. Oh, shit. Okay, hold on. Both of those are... That's annoying. That's aggravating. That's really far off. Fuck. No, that's just gonna make a tighter turn. If we... Okay, hold on. Hold the phone. We do here. That gets us there and there. I mean, I hope it does. That would certainly be nice. Hold on. Go here. Man, we can't turn any tighter. That is aggravating. Okay, if we go here, that gets us here. Okay, I think we can make this work. Take us in. Get here. Launch a torpedo salvo. Then we're going to... Okay, hold on. How is that not in range? That is bullshit. That is bullshit is what it is. If I do that, it's going to take me... Hold on, right there. Hey, Stylish, good to hear. Good to see you. I'm doing good. As you can see from the pinned comment, we will be having a slight interruption at some point in today's stream. I still don't know when the landlord's going to show up. Just be aware of that in case I suddenly mute my mic and have to run off for a moment or two. This is going to be a tough one. I can't even get close enough to... Okay, hold on. Yes, go ahead and strafe to the side. Tell me that can hit him. Thank you. Alright. Hitting him on the front shields. No damage there. Then we're going to Arc Auger. Should give us enough range. Yep. Open fire. I think the Mechanicus vessels look a bit too normal. The Skitarii is inherently visually different from the Guard and the Space Marines, so their vehicles and servitors are different, but the Mechanicus ship looks almost identical to the standard Imperial vessels. I haven't even seen the Mechanicus ship yet. I don't think we've had any visual things on this on the screen at all about that, so I'm not even sure what it would look like. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and use target is invalid. What? Oh, can't use it on ships larger than cruisers. Shit. You mean in general, not just in Rogue Trader? Well, to be fair, most Mechanicus ships would be the same. The difference are the, what are they called? The Arx Mechanicum. The Arx Mechanicum are the ones that are mainly different, because those are purpose-built ships that are only used by the Mechanicus. Every art and imagery Mechanicus ship is just an Imperial vessel with Mechanicus cog. Again, I think the majority of Mechanicus vessels are exactly the same, because they're made in the same shipyards. The Arx Mechanicus are the only ones that are purpose-built from the ground up for the Mechanicus and I believe have a different design. For one thing, they tend to be rounded at the front, whereas pretty much every other Imperial ship is angular at the front. But I will admit, I haven't seen art that much. I do think it's an area where they're somewhat lacking, Tenwin, I will admit, but there are some reasons, again, with the Mechanicus using identical naval ship designs. Well, it's sorry to hear, Stylish. Actually, where I'm living right now, we're actually doing pretty well on weather, all things considered. Why is this popping up? Oh, steady hand 2, cooldown's decreased by 1. Okay, okay. Okay, so there's no reason not to use this then, but that's not going to get us in range of any of our other guns, so... we're just going to hold off. Get that frigate up here. Ow! Okay. Ow! Okay, yep, he's got the 2 forward guns, he's going to move forward, and he's going to fire with everything, and he's got fucking... Alright, shields are holding. Shields are holding, we've taken only minor damage. Good. Ow. Dick. Alright, fly those melta torpedoes right down his ass. My torpedoes just detonated on that cloud and didn't actually do any damage, did they? Son of a bitch. Okay, okay, it's fine, it's fine. Go ahead and open fire on them. There we go, okay, that's one less that we need to deal with. Go ahead and open fire. Keep hitting that shield as much as possible. Ships generally being the same as... to be fair, the Da Vinci wings don't look bad from a transport chopper kind of look. I think if the vehicle was just a transport unit, it wouldn't be too bad. It's when you try to argue that that thing is somehow also a gunship that I kind of like, yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it. Oh god, how do we get past this shit? This is aggravating. Hold on. We still have guns on that side, which means if we roll up... Ah, damn. There's no way in hell we're going to be able to... I think that's outside the range of it? I don't know. No, that's on that side, so we'd have to swing out there in order to get there. Ah, that's aggravating. I don't like this ability, and it keeps showing up. Fuck it. Go here. Yeah, I saw that coming. Fuck you. Just shoot their fighters and get rid of them, please. Oh, of course you didn't actually do enough damage to kill them. Because why would you? I can't do anything there, can't do anything there. We are going to use straight... Well, hold on. We have to move still anyways. Still not the most annoying star battle mechanic? Yeah. Can I use warp wave on those pieces of shit? No, it didn't actually do anything. It didn't do any damage. That's bullshit. Okay. Well, we're gonna move here.
Coordinate set.
But then we're gonna strafe to the side, which should at least reduce the angle that he's got on us, at least a bit. Scan an enemy to highlight its weak points. All damage dealt to a weak point is increased by 35%. Weak point is never located on the opposite side of the ship. Well, we'll wait for now. There's no point using that just yet. Oh. Reloads all macro cannons. Oh, what the... It reloaded the other one. That doesn't do me any good. Fucking... Alright, you get in there, draw some fire for me, please. I don't like that it can fire almost directly behind it. That kind of defeats the entire purpose of having guns not mounted to the rear. Ow. Oh, of course, and he's got wide range on that, too. Oh my god. So he can just do that every turn. Well, that's a pain in the ass. Open fire. Yeah, that didn't do anything. Go ahead and fire the torpedoes to our side. I mean, the ship-to-ship combat isn't bad. It's just, there's some mechanics of it that are very obviously aggravating. Go ahead and use strafe. Pull us back over here. There we go. Open fire. There we go. His shields are almost gone, so No, can't do anything with that. Can't do anything with that. Healing 10 is increased by 10% for each void movement point spent by the flagship to get to the enemy ship, but only after traveling at least 3 cells. The flagship is then slowed and unable to use prow-mounted weapons until the end of its turn. Ooh. I'm tempted. I'm gonna be honest. I'm tempted. If we... Weak point identified. Then we move forward. Game? Why? Okay, so apparently we're just not doing that then? Okay, the game decided to fuck me on that. Fine, whatever. Here. Open fire. There we go. If I do this for Master of Maneuvers, and then I do new heading. Good. I can swing around behind him and open fire with my last remaining gun. There we go. Keep up the pressure. There we go.
Our gun batteries await your command.
Then we're going to keep moving. See, like, this is directly behind him. He should not be able to hit me from back here. Oh, he's got more fighter wings. He's opening fire on my torpedoes. That's fine. They can take shots for me. Yep, he's opening fire on the frigate. Come on. Don't the ships have like swivel guns or whatever they can rotate? To a certain extent, but when you look at Imperial warship design, and to be fair, Chaos warship design follows a very similar design philosophy. Yeah, torpedoes were worthless here because they just die to the stupid fucking things that he keeps spawning every single turn. If you look at Imperial gun design and ship design, Tenwin, you have really only one gun on most ships that can aim almost to the rear of it. That's usually one of the prow-mounted guns that's mounted above the prow. So you see the same thing with the heretical design here. But if you'll actually notice, these guns are broadsides. They don't have the ability to turn, so their angle of fire is pretty much limited to a 45-degree arc directly in front of the ship's side. This is something that even shows up in the tabletop version of Battlefleet Gothic, where Imperial ships do not have armament that faces directly behind them. Well, for one thing, Imperial ship design is all about the offense. Imperial ship design is line breaker design. They're designed to punch through an enemy formation and then get broadsides on target. To be fair, most ship designs in universe, except for I think the Necrons and the Tyranids, don't have rear-facing guns for the most part. Orcs, for obvious reasons, mount everything facing forward or to the side. Chaos and Imperial designs are derivatives of each other that are designed for line breaking, so moderate forward-facing armament and a lot of broadside capability. Eldar designs are a little more well-rounded, but because of their speed, they also do not favor having weapons to the rear because they'd rather rely on their maneuverability to keep the enemy on target. Necrons have weapons that can fire from any point on the ship, so they don't care, and Tyranids can purpose design their vessels to do the same thing.
Macro cannons, open fire!
Open fire on them. Thank you. Okay, I think I know how we can keep up with him here. We're going to
coordinate set.
Swing around. Hey, Sin. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I mean, the Imperial design for how they do their bridges is also basically to plop a cathedral on top of the ship. Yes, but Tyranid strategy is similarly based on line breaking when it comes to their ships. So their idea, the Imperium does line breaking because they take advantage of their ship's long overall length to have more broadsides. Tyranid vessels tend to be more ovular or circular, and thus having weapons facing in every direction means that they can just throw them into the middle of the enemy formation and shoot anywhere they go. Again, my knowledge on the ship design of 40k is not quite as good, but that seems to be, for the most part, how I would imagine it would go. Also, it looks like we've got this. Okay, go ahead. Arc Auger, that should give us the range we need.
Fire at will.
Did we get him?
Another notch on the macro cannon.
There we go. Alright, and all that's left are the fighters. Thank you. Yep, he's going to zip back around. We're going to zip over here. Or eat anywhere they go quite literally. Oh yes, because the Tyranids also favor boarding actions and using a variety of weapons to just utterly vaporize or utterly devour anything they come in contact with.
Fire at will.
I don't like that that wasn't doing any damage. Oh, we can't reach them. That's aggravating. Are we seriously gonna have to wait an entire other turn? Yeah, we are. Yeah, because he missed. Yeah, because... And he's out of range of all of our weapons, isn't he? Fuck you. You piece of shit. Okay, hold on. Strafe to the side. Then we're going to do that on him so that we can get the turn. So that we can... There we go.
Helmsman, take us in. Let them taste our fury.
Are the ships literally eating smaller ships? Oh yes, the Imperium has had multiple issues with fighter craft and small cruisers getting utterly devoured by Tyranid forces. Oh, I think I forgot to level up in between that. That probably would have helped. It's time to... What about Tau ships? Tau ships have favor of more balanced design philosophy, but you have to remember that Tau have very few purpose-built military ships, and in Battlefleet Gothic it was even pointed out that a lot of Tau designs are repurposed civilian freighters and civilian cargo ships that were then, once the Tau realized what they were up against, rapidly militarized into a fighting force. So the Tau favor, for one thing, the Tau more so than the other factions favor missiles and railguns. Again, lots of forward-facing armaments. Again, very line breaker in philosophy as far as ship design goes, but with a easier time of... They tended to mount their weapons in such a way that they could rotate. Still have problems with a rear-facing shot, and I think that's mainly just down to Games Workshop. When they designed Battlefleet Gothic and they designed the ships of 40k, the idea of getting in behind an enemy was still meant to be like the kill shot. Like it was meant to encourage getting in behind the enemy and outmaneuvering them. So I do think that that was an intentional design philosophy choice from a gameplay perspective that then bled into the story and lore of the universe. Yeah, I think Darkstar is sent. I think Darkstar is saying like, yeah, a CRPG or a RPG or something that really focuses in on Xenos or Chaos. I think we mentioned this 2 or 3 streams ago. A Chaos CRPG that's based off the Dark Heresy rules would be that is a similar rule set to Rogue Trader would be very interesting. I think, in my personal opinion. I think that would be a great direction to take things. Failing that, if Alcat wants to do a full-blown Dark Heresy Inquisition style CRPG, that would also be very nice. Boarding party, no, I don't like that. The most damaged sector of the ships is short of 50%. Until the end of combat, flagship speed is increased by 2, its maneuverability is increased by 1. The bonus, those are all heroic abilities, which are a bit aggravating to use, but I don't really have anything else, so that's probably my best choice. I think we have enough to get all of these by the end of the game, so I guess there's no reason not to have them. Okay. And I don't think there was anybody else we needed to... Oh, Expeditious Reload. Yeah, go ahead and upgrade that. We've got plenty of scrap. Yeah, good. It's all good. It's all good, Darkstar. Dark Crusade made by the same guys as Rogue Trader. Yes, it was all made by Fantasy Flight Games, FFG. They lost the license a couple years ago, though, and I know the second edition of Dark Heresy was done by a different company, and Games Workshop contracted. I still think the original is better, but I know the new system has a couple of things that made it a bit more streamlined. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I like the Dark Heresy system and its various spin-offs, but they do have some areas where it's like, first of all, making it a D100 system, very easy to implement for a CRPG, very aggravating sometimes when you're playing tabletop RPG. Rolling D100s or 2D10s can be quite aggravating just from a making sure everything lines up perspective. Oh, here we go. A general once said that all wars are fundamentally the same. If you've seen one, you've seen them all. It's grok shit. That general didn't witness the events on Euphrates II. Rogue trader Savane de Varenzi von Valencius was the supreme commander in that battle. A man of iron will, unfaltering and unshakable. I served in his personal enforcer guard back then. Just another cocky kid who thought he was an expert soldier. The Emperor was gracious to me. He gave me a chance to realize just how wrong I was. Most of my comrades didn't get a chance like that. Author Lord Corvin Lazarus, Lord General Milton of the Dargonis Planetary Defense Garrison. Okay. I do like how they do these, like, these are future events being written about, or these are the words of someone from the future writing about what we are going through. Would it might have a more logistical, background-oriented game, something away from internal war? I don't know how you would do that, because, I mean, don't forget, the tagline for the whole series is, in the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war. I suppose you could do something interesting where it would be like more of a Hearts of Iron style grand strategy thing where you're like having to supply various Imperial war fronts and having to do events and stuff related to that, but I don't know how you would exactly do that as a game. Report written by someone else that just might have a lasgun placed against the back of his head to make sure the rogue trader comes out as favorable. I mean, not wrong. The shuttles blocked out the sun. If you could have seen it through the smoke of the manufactorum city of Sigma S13, at its heart stood the machine cathedral, our primary objective. Hive City Management Sim, that would be interesting, I'll admit. That would be interesting. The Lord Captain showed us mercy by having the landing zones bombarded from orbit. All of the shuttles carrying troops, and more importantly, our precious armored vehicles reached their destination. Daunted by our numbers, the enemy began to withdraw. That was the perfect moment for an attack. With an armored vehicle force of this size, we had the upper hand. Upon descending from orbit, Sister Argenta rallied the troops with the very first notes of her prayers. Her singing was the Emperor's voice commanding us to fight without any regard for our own lives. After rousing the soldiers to launch their daring raids, she quickly captured one of the heretics' commanders. That was when we heard a starkly different voice from the Sister of Battle. Trembling with fury, she personally interrogated the miscreant, pulling one poisoned confession after another out of him. And once she was done, the world was purged of his impure breath, and she was the one wielding the flamer. The sight of that heretic writhing in flames printed upon our memories, shining a light upon the cruel darkness of our immediate future, like a brilliant beacon. Plays a Necron chasing organics off your lawn. Mechanicus too, yep. That does give that impression. There's some speculation that you will be able to, Sint. I have to imagine that after the success of Mechanicus 1, they would definitely want to capitalize on that. I also think the crew behind Mechanicus 1 did such a great job of actually showing the Mechanicus as its own faction. They do a really good job, from what little I've played of it, of just actually making the Mechanicus characters feel like they're part of the Mechanicus, not just part of the Imperium. And to be fair, Pascal in this game also does a very good job of that. So I'm very confident that the guys behind Mechanicus 1, if they are going to make Necrons playable in Mechanicus 2, as they seem to indicate, I can't wait to see how they write them, because I think that'll be very interesting. I want to go back and give it another try. Again, it was another game where I got bogged down by my own neuroses, where I would just start save scumming constantly because of the various random events and things like that, and it destroyed my own enjoyment of the game. I would, honestly, if I was going to go back and play it, I would do it on stream, and I would limit my save scumming after Rogue Trader. Maybe 10 win. I haven't decided yet. I might do a non-40k game after Rogue Trader and then go back into Mechanicus or something like that. There's a couple of RPGs I have on my computer that I haven't finished. For example, Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, which is another Owlcat game. I've never actually finished that one. I've gotten through about, I think, the first third of the game. Pillars of Eternity 1 and 2. That's a tough one, because that one I had completely different issues with. Pillars of Eternity 1, I have not played 2, I'll admit, but Pillars of Eternity 1, I just had an abysmal time with their combat system, and it eventually made me want to just not play the game. I really feel bad about it because the story and world seem interesting, but every combat encounter felt like I was just banging my head against a wall, and I eventually just lost all interest. I'll give it another shot at some point. I'm just not sure when. Tyranny is also a good suggestion. Also a very good suggestion. That's one I've been looking at for a while, and I'd actually love to check that out. I would love to check that out. All right, where were we? In the command center, the Lord Captain ordered his generals deliver a tactical report to the officers. The best breakthrough point into Manufactorum Sigma S13 was the receiving dock Mu 514, one of the oldest parts of the city whose fortifications and defense systems were starting to show their age. Every approach to it was covered in traps. Also, that would be my landlord. I will be right back, guys. 1 second. As I said, that didn't take very long. And that's all done. Let me unpin the message so we don't have that still sitting over here. Just unpin. Unpin this message. There we go. What are you guys talking about? Hold on. Love the comment, found the world kind of uninteresting. It was mostly to the overly wordy writing. You avoid the backer character? See, I don't even know. Wait. Sorry. God, that was bad. My brain forgot we were talking about Pillars of Eternity. I saw PoE and my brain immediately defaulted to Paths of Exile. And I'm like, wait a second, when did Path of Exile get backer characters? What are you talking about, Tenwin? And then I realized what I was screwed up. Yeah, I don't know anything about the backer stories, but usually, I mean, to be fair, I think it was Owlcat's other Pathfinder game, Pathfinder Kingmaker, had one backer character. And the guy made it completely tongue-in-cheek a total Mary Sue. Like... Or maybe he didn't intend for it to be tongue-in-cheek. Maybe he meant for it to be played totally serious, but the writers played it very tongue-in-cheek. Like, yeah, you run into this guy, he's a total Mary Sue, nothing he ever does is wrong. Everything he does is completely correct, and the only option in the quest is to help him. Like, the way they wrote it, I don't remember what actual character it was, Tenwin, in Kingmaker, but he shows up in a quest, and, like, your only option is to help him. Like, the game railroads you into helping him and fighting a bunch of Hell Knights. But I liked that. I kind of liked the writing because it was very much poking fun at like the Mary Sue self-insert style RPG character. So I was okay with that. But in general, backer characters, stuff like that, unless the person doing the backing really knows what they're doing, yeah, they tend not to come out that well. Vance will utilizing surviving planetary populace as human shields? No. Proceed with caution. The support of comprehensive area reconnaissance, probably a good idea. Commence a rapid tank assault in accordance with the military doctrine, armored wave devised by Lord Militant, Justice Quit. No, we're going to proceed with caution with support from reconnaissance. World building is amazing. They go as far as to make the world building you are as natural and realistic as possible. Fantasy elements. Also, the Renaissance setting is cool. Yeah. As I said, I didn't get too far into Pillars of Eternity 1. So if we end up doing that on stream, it's definitely something I would have to do a little bit of research into the game mechanics on. Because again, I like the world building. It was the game mechanics that were just not clicking. I don't even want to say they were too advanced. They were very D&D-esque, but for some reason things just weren't clicking, and I found myself getting just ever more frustrated with every combat encounter that I ran into. We were commanded to prepare our auspexes and commence the assault. We consigned our lives to small green vid screens and their machine spirits. Whenever we avoided another one of the enemy's traps and ambushes, we would then voxcast their coordinates to the artillery gunners. While our comrades rained thunder and lightning upon the heads of those skulking horsens, we gave the Emperor's peace to the rest, making slow but steady progress to the city walls. Pushing through the ruins of their sacred workshops, we looked with awe upon the machines that up until this point had been forbidden to the eyes of the laity. These were the palaces of incredible and frightening technology. Void ship assembly halls, alchemical atriums, sacred arsenals, generators producing invisible fields unsettling to the mind, and scriptoriums containing knowledge of horrors best left undiscovered. Within one of the chemical chapels, we came upon a shipment of cisterns containing hallucinogenic gas. The tech priest protested that the substance was not designed for warfare. It was created for their rituals, but the officers wasted no time, pumping several artillery shelves full of it. If you want a short RPG, that is a Don't Judge the Book by its cover. West of Loathing and Shadows of Loathing. I have heard of those. Back in the day, I believe I watched Markiplier play some of the first one, West of Loathing. My main problem, I don't know. That's one of those games because I have, as I said, I've seen some footage from it. I don't know if, I don't know how well I do with a comedic RPG. I'd be willing to try it, but I don't know if I would commit to finishing it. At least not on a first session. That would be something that I would probably save for like a long Sunday stream. And if I'm still feeling it after the end, you can beat it in like 4 hours if you want to. Well, I like to take my time with these games. I mean, if it's an RPG, especially anything that's dialogue heavy, I like to take my time and actually figure out what's going on. I think part of my problem is I'm not very big on comedic world building. And I know that both West of Loathing and Shadows over Loathing are very heavy in that style because like all of their world details and dialogue is all meant to be like a comedic slant. And I don't know how well I'd be able to handle that. Yeah. There was something odd in Griftlands, RPG meets roguelite. I'll take a look at that. Griftlands, is that on Steam by any chance, or is that someplace I gotta have to go looking elsewhere for that? I mean, I'm assuming Steam. That's usually what 95% of things are on. Where were we? Oh shoot, there's actually a lot more text to this. Theme from Cly. Okay, I'll take a look at that. Griftlands. Okay. Magos Dominus Opticon 22 proposed a tech sabotage. He would send a small Skitarii unit behind the enemy lines and have them subdue the spirits of the area's defense systems. Thorvald, fierce leader of the Space Wolves, proposed to send infiltrators beyond the walls to kill enemy officers and weaken the dock's defenses. It's more of a roguelite than an RPG, but has branching story paths. Interesting. That's one way to do a roguelite that would actually keep me invested, because if it's a roguelite for the sake of roguelite, like I can't even think of any off the top of my head. I need something more than just that. Wasteland 2 or 3. That's another one where I played through parts of Wasteland 2's beginning and I don't know, the mechanics didn't click for me. That's another one where it's an interesting world building that I'd have to look at, because I do like the overall post-apocalyptic vibe, but I'd have to do a little more research on that before I committed to a playthrough. Though I've heard 3 is supposed to be very good, but I wouldn't want to play 3 unless I'd played 2 and actually gone through the story. Wasteland can't stand the atmosphere in the movies very often to me. To be fair, I'm a fan of the Fallout vibe, and the team behind Wasteland includes members of the people who first made the original Wasteland and the original Fallout 1. So I guess I'm a little more accepting of it. I'm kind of fine with the goofy techno weirdness combined with post-apocalyptic, annihilated America and all that. The Lord Captain ordered the Vanguard regiments to detail the reasons why the first assault failed. The influence of the ruinous powers corrupted and twisted Doc Mu 514 beyond recognition. Many potential approaches were blocked by walls of flesh fused with metal, anomalies that belt reality around them. Hundreds of possessed machines assembled upon Euphrates II rose against us. The enemy was expecting us to strike. We needed to disrupt their defenses before attacking. And thus the Lord Captain ordered. Fallout 1 I failed so hard as a kid. Oh, same. When I first discovered Fallout and tried to play Fallout 1 and 2, got my ass handed to me. I don't think I've ever actually finished Fallout 1. And I think I finished Fallout 2 exactly once and basically swore to never do so again. Banner Saga, that's another one, because I've played like Fire Emblem in my off time. I played Fire Emblem Awakening and Fire Emblem Fates back in the day. And I was like, oh, Banner Saga, isometric view from the top down, grid system. This should be easy. And it was another one where it's just like, oh, I get into some of these fights and it just feels like I can't get the mechanics right. And it's a shame because otherwise, everything I've heard about Banner Saga, the whole trilogy, is that it's amazing. The choices matter, the characters you manage to save or lose matter, and taking your progress from one game to the other is absolutely vital. Like, it sounds like exactly the kind of game that I would want to do. But I tried playing it, and I think I got a bit past the tutorial before I threw my hands up in frustration. Again, to be fair, I'm streaming now also not just because I finally have a computer set up for it and I have the time for it, but also because I'm finally in a good headspace to give these games more time to themselves. I will admit the last couple of years, as I'm sure a lot of people had during the coronavirus and the initial lead up to that, I did not have a very good couple of years around then. And I was just not in a place mentally to be doing this in front of an audience, like at all, even for one as small as the one that we've got right now. The team that did Fallout 1 and 2 went and made the West End. Exactly, Darkstar. Most of the team. I know a couple split off because Obsidian also does their own thing. Or did they actually make West End? I don't remember. No, I don't think they. I don't remember. Regardless, yes, it's a lot of Fallout 1 and 2 veterans. Most of the Fallout 1 veterans are also the people who worked on the original Wasteland back in the day before they made the Fallout. South Park: The Stick of Truth. That's one I'd be interested in. That one has a completely different problem, though. I like the look of it. I like the funny because it's intentionally meant to be a South Park story. Unfortunately, I have watched a very long-form Let's Play of that series, and I'm pretty sure I know most of the story beats. And I honestly kind of feel bad because there are several games like that where I'm like, wow, this streamer that I liked played this game and it was really fun. I'd really like to do it on stream. Oh, wait, I've seen other people play it and I know all the story beats. Yeah. It kind of, I don't know. I like blind playthroughs and I like doing blind playthroughs. That's why I wanted to get through the beginning of this game so quickly so we could get to the stuff I hadn't seen yet. It's why I'm hesitant to do a Wrath of the Righteous campaign because I've gotten through the first 2 acts and a good chunk of the third. You have Dragon Age. I have played through all of Dragon Age Origins, Dragon Age 2. And then I tried probably for about 10 to 15 hours to get through Inquisition, and I don't know. That one, I didn't really like the story. I didn't really like the companion characters, except for the returning ones. And I just stopped playing it. That one, I can't even blame on game mechanics or frustration or anything. I was playing it. I was like, okay, this is pretty fun. And then I just got to a point, I stopped playing it and I never went back. I just never went back. I felt no compulsion to play through the rest of the game at all. Which in some ways I think is... this is no knock if you enjoy the game. This truly isn't, but it's about the quintessential example I can think of this game isn't for me anymore. And I don't want to play it. I wouldn't have if you had told me that back after I got done with Dragon Age Origins, that would be the case for the Dragon Age series, I'd have called you a liar. But here we are. I don't know what to say. And that's the thing. I know you're probably suggesting it, but I feel no compunction at all to want to play Inquisition. And I kind of feel bad about that, but at the same time, I'm not gonna waste your guys' time and mine trying to play a game that I genuinely just don't want to play. But that's the thing, from what I can tell, all the story of everything now in Dragon Age is wrapped up in what happened in Inquisition, and so I've just... it's kind of the same thing with Mass Effect. I played through Mass Effects 1, 2, and 3. I consider that one of the best video game trilogies of all time. When they announced Andromeda, I looked at it and I was just like, you know what? No. Mass Effect was the story of Shepard. The story of Shepard is over. I'm not... I don't even hate Andromeda. I am completely ambivalent to Andromeda because I never played it and I never intend to play it. It is just a massive, I shrug my shoulders and move on. I don't know what to say. What is it they say? The opposite of love is not hate, it's apathy. That's kind of me towards some of these games. I don't hate Andromeda. I don't hate that EA made another Mass Effect game. I feel completely indifferent towards Andromeda, and thus I'm not going to waste money buying it. Again, this is no shade and no hate on anybody who likes those games. It's just a personal, very dramatic way to describe it. I suppose it is, but okay, leave off the love and hate comparison. The apathy angle is what I'm more focused on. If the game doesn't inspire any desire in me to want to play it, then why would I put money down to play it? Like, I don't know. It's hard to describe because to me, it's like, it's hard to describe because, again, it's not evoking any emotion in me. So why would I waste, I don't know, mental processing time and mental processing energy trying to explain it? I don't know. I'm probably coming off as a bit pretentious here, and I'm really not intending to. It's just, it's one of those games that I just look at and go, nah, not for me. It's the same way I feel about a lot of sports games and like slice of life games like Animal Crossing and stuff like that. Like, is it cute? Is it fun? Yeah, it absolutely is. It's just not for me. And I know that. Like, there are sometimes you can just look at a game and go, wow, that's really impressive. I'm not going to buy it, but I'm sure someone's going to have a nice time with it. Yeah, I'm sorry. I had an ex who played a lot of Stardew Valley, and it's just one of those games like, to be fair, it's the opposite end of the spectrum too, because you get like the hardcore like factory sim games like Factorio, and there's part of me that wants to play that. That one's a completely different thing where it's just like, there's a part of me that says, I don't really know if I'd be able to play a lot of this, kind of in the Stardew Valley Animal Crossing kind of way. And then there's the other part of me that goes, but I've also seen people lose their entire lives to these kind of games. And I am very concerned about something like that. Exactly, Cractorio. Exactly, Sint. Because I have a feeling with me, it's going to be one or the other. Either I'm going to hate it, like I'm going to get into it and I'm going to be completely apathetic and not want to play it, or I'm going to be completely lost in the sauce. Peak of the single indie dev dream. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. As I said, I had an ex who played it a lot, and I would watch her play it because she enjoyed playing it as a relaxation tool. And it was genuinely, it's a well-designed game for exactly that kind of genre. And it is exactly what like small indie studios want. It is, yeah, it as you said, it's the indie dream. It's exactly what they want. You do see that occasionally now. We have had a couple of others like, what was the big one that blew up a few months ago? Balatro, and then a few years before that, Vampire Survivors. Very different genres, all three of these, but all of them are single indie devs who basically blew up massively and got exactly what they wanted out of the game that they made. And we need more of that. We need more of that and less quadruple A, as Ubisoft, I believe, was the ones who first coined that term. Quadruple A video games. Which is amazing considering the developer behind it, when he launched the game, he didn't have a proper desk, even from apps. Yeah, I mean, that's living the dream, buddy. Living the frickin' dream. I mean, to be fair, watching a bunch of streamers on Twitch for the first time was what convinced me to be like, hey, maybe I can monetize and make some fun of you know, the fact that I played a lot of video games, so why not? Sometimes you see that kind of success, and even if you never hit that level, if you can just kind of carve out your own niche and carve out your own little community of it, it can still be worth it. We can send in Pascal, we can send in the deployment of infiltrators and the execution of the enemy's commanders. The Space Wolves and their teams entered the city undetected and reaped a bloody harvest therein. None could hide from these fierce and cunning warriors of the Emperor. The infiltrators killed one officer after another, sowing panic and disarray among the enemy. The bodies were impaled on spikes so that the heretics could see their commanders from afar, and as the mayhem reached its peak, the Space Wolves demolished the turrets, opened the gates, and gave the signal to advance. The dock was ours. We uncovered the dark secrets of the dark Cybertruck. I don't know. Would that be a creation of the Mechanicus or be a creation of the Dark Mechanicum? I don't know. Did Musk actually make it to Mars? Perhaps he is the void dragon deep beneath the Martian surface. Yeah, all that lore about Necrons? Nah, it was actually just Elon Musk in a cryo tube. The Emperor had to deal with that shit when he got to Mars. It took us many days to break through the metal heart of the Manufactorum. In the third week of the assault, the vanguard was halted and swept away by a salvo of plasma macro cannons. Scorning every cannon of sacred engineering, the heretics had placed the hull of an unfinished void cruiser on treads several kilometers long. Okay, that's an amazing mental image. Owlcat, you have done us a great disservice by not including an image of something like that. This leviathan of adamantine and plasteel bared our way to Vegas, the Riven Realm. That, for some reason, Riven Realm sounds familiar, but I can't place where I've heard that before. Magos Dominus Opticon 22 insisted that we retake the sacred machine, for the vessel had been in the making for many decades. Its destruction would have been a great tragedy for the Imperium. It came as a surprise to all when the Space Wolf Thorvald supported the Magos Dominus. After the Lord Captain reconciled him with the Explorator leader, Thorvald had tamed his pride and spoke in favor of the Tech Priest's cause of liberating the noble machine. Send scouts to assess the fearsome weapon. The sight was terrifying and mesmerizing. A majestic cathedral that was designed to cut through the void was instead resting upon treads the size that staggered the imagination. Those treads were grinding entire buildings to dust, and the ship's heavy cannons were incinerating entire tank formations. How could mere mortals hope to defeat such a behemoth as that? Okay, that would be pretty funny, Tenwin. I don't think Games Workshop would go that far, but that is a pretty funny idea. That sounds like something very Emperor text-to-speech device would do. An entire void ship dropped upon the cruiser from orbit. Okay, I thought the whole point was to retake the thing. That's a horrible idea to do that. Be reclaimed from the enemy's clutches. Pascal can pull that. Order that the cruiser be destroyed using blessed megaton charges. Rogue Trader going full Abaddon. Yeah, I'm assuming this is the only option that gets it back. Having the sacred machine on our side would have given our offense a sizable edge. Our orders were to get the landing force to the cruiser's bridge and escort their engine seers to the main cogitator. Our shuttles used the turret's blind spot to deploy elite troops on board the cruiser's top. While they were engaged with the shrieking heretics, the engine seers reasoned with the machine spirit of the main cogitator and initiated a blessed purgation protocol of the inner decks. It took us nearly 3 days to drag every last cultist corpse out of the compartments. I do too, Darkstar. Although I do admit, I love everything Alpha Boost has been doing with the World of Darkness stuff. And I love that the World of Darkness devs have been on board 100% being like, yep. As long as you don't directly contradict anything that we've written as canon, we don't care what you do for your story. Oh yeah. To be fair, Tenwin, I like this setup though. I like that the book setup and all of this, and also this is really good art over here, gives a very good sense of your rogue trader is in a command bunker for weeks with this stuff. There's no reason to show that in gameplay, but the writing and all this really helps sell. Yeah, this is taking a while. Slipping on pools of blood mixed with sacred unguents, we made it to the machine cathedral, our gargantuan hall breathing with the flames of 1,000 furnaces, the last bastion of the enemy army. That was where I faced the first of the word bearers, betrayers of humanity, unworthy sons of the Emperor. What could we, mere humans, possibly do to match their unholy, bestial rage? You adored Hunter the Parenting? Exactly, Darkstar. I completely agree. I think everything Alpha Boost has been doing with that series has been spot on. And the fact that he's been using it to segue into doing like introductions to World of Darkness for people who don't know the setting is very good. Especially, again, as I said, because the developers of World of Darkness have given him, like, they've written into their own books and stuff like, hey, if you want to use our setting for the purposes of like fan creations, go right ahead. Just don't like directly contradict things. And don't take anything from our book and try to sell it as your own. As long as you don't do those two things, we don't care. Make whatever you want and be as creative as you want. And I think Alpha Busa has managed to take that license and just run with it. And I wish him and his crew the best of luck. I love seeing their stuff when it gets uploaded. Direct all available forces against the Word Bearers. Divide a plan that placed the Space Wolves at the forefront of our strike. Brought the might of the captured Explorator cruiser to bear. We'll admit, that's pretty funny. But this is Astartes, and our best bet would be to move our Astartes against them. The Emperor's Angels themselves would lead the charge that day, magnificent in their rage. They forged a path for us to follow, and even the appalling champions of the archenemy could not stop them. While we distracted the enemy with suppressive fire and a hail of grenades, our unyielding leaders charged the Word-Bearers and tore them to pieces. We were the anvil of his wrath. They were the hammer. Cyberpunk 2077, I'm considering it. I would admit, if you had asked me like last year or the year before, I'd have probably said a hard no after everything I'd heard, but I've heard it's gotten a lot better between the patches, the updates, and the recent DLC that I might be willing to look into that. That's actually one of the few that I don't own at all, so I'd actually have to load it up and make sure it runs on my computer properly and everything. In that same vein, though, I am considering doing a playthrough of some of the Shadowrun RPGs that came out. What is it? Not the original, because there's 3 of them. And the first one I've played to completion, and I'd rather not have to retread that one. But the other 2... Oh no, the second one I've played almost to the end, so that one's probably not a good one. But the Hong Kong Chinese one, or whatever it's called, I can't remember what it's called, the third one. Returns Hong Kong and Dragon thing. Yeah, I can't remember their exact names, but the Hong Kong one I've only played through about, I think, the first quarter of the game. That would probably be the best choice, if we were going to do that. Plus, from what I remember of the beginning of that, I really liked the companion characters that they were introducing at the beginning of the game. I think those came out really good. And that was when it came. Doomscream, an ancient and bloodthirsty hellbrute, a merciless executioner forged from adamantine and ceramite. That single foe repelled our assaults one after the other, turning hundreds of soldiers into a bloody pulp. For as long as the abomination lived, we had no hope of reaching the heart of the enemy citadel. 2 and 3 are good, 1 is most a one-off. Well, 1 I think was a proof of concept almost. They needed to see if there was even interest in a Shadowrun game, and they wanted to keep the story relatively light and the companions relatively few. They wanted to really dial in on just selling the world of Shadowrun. Once they had people sold on that, and they did, because I still think Shadowrun 1 is still a solid game, they were able to actually delve more into characters and world building and other smaller aspects, such as the Dragonfall 1 focusing in on the Berlin Free State and how dragons work in the Shadowrun universe, and Hong Kong focusing more on, at least from what I saw in the early game, lots of the esoteric and spiritual side of things. The dire-eyed Thorvald volunteered to track down and destroy the vile spawn, but fate had other things in store for him and his brothers. The Space Wolf Pack was the first to storm the Machine Cathedral, and thus Magos Dominus Opticon 22 assembled a cohort of elite Skitarii and said that he would locate and eliminate Doomscream. The soldiers were whispering that he was willing to activate the so-called Guaranteed Annihilation Protocol, a terrible and ominous rite that is as lethal to the enemies of the Omnissiah as it is to his most faithful of servants. Upon arriving upon the front lines, the Lord Captain... Someone thought it was a good idea to bring in Harlequin as a companion on a power level that's not even close to reflect Harlequin, totally unacceptable. That's in Shadowrun 1, right? Because he shows up right towards the end when you're finally dealing with the end of the game's, the crisis and the boss at the end of 1. Yeah. See, I will admit, Sent, I am very... My knowledge of Shadowrun's lore comes from mainly the first game, the second game, and a bit of Wikipedia reading. I don't own any of the RPG books, so my knowledge of the depths of the lore is fairly light. But I'll take your word on that, because he did strike me as, like, when he showed up, it was very much a case of, I should know who this is. I don't know who this is, so I have no idea what I should be feeling about this. The Lord Captain questioned the survivors who had witnessed the ruin, and those lucky enough to escape with their lives had little to tell us. They remembered a terrible howl hanging in the air, and a death machine impossibly quick for its size, dismembering people, crumpling tanks with its massive manipulators. This enemy was ancient, devious, utterly mad. The heretic's mind clouded by rage and hatred, his body bound within a prison of metal and mutated flesh. Lorebook even warns you explicitly that including Harlequin might result in player death. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, that's certainly one way to do it. Like the Lady of Pain and D. Okay. He just does no... Okay, and that's smart. Never stat. If someone is meant to be that threat, you never give them an actual stat. You just say, if you fuck up, he screws you over. Or if you fuck up, he kills you. You don't even give them stats. If you stat it, the players will find a way to kill it. We would lead our retinue to hunt down this beast upon ourselves. Oof. The fight was grueling and bloody, and even the Lord Captain's retinue could not fully pierce Doomscream's indestructible armor. It seemed then that the Lord Captain's abundant luck was about to run out. But then, Opticon 22 Skitarii and Thorvald's Space Wolves joined the fray. Their strife forgotten, the two commanders assailed the unholy weapon of destruction. It was the rogue trader's wise guidance that allowed their strikes to pierce Doomscream's armor. Brutally wounded and humiliated, the profane executioner had no choice but to flee from the fight. The abomination's torn pincer, fitted with an ancient and powerful bolter, became the rogue trader's rightful trophy. Ugh, why is it that we have encountered exactly 3 heavy bolters in this game, and 2 of them have been heretical only? Are you serious? At last, we reached the machine cathedral. We saw a yawning lift shaft left behind by a colossal land-gnawing drill that had burrowed for kilometers into the depths of the planet. There, deep below, lay the last hiding place of the heretical leaders. Hundreds of grenades, accompanied by promises of swift judgment, were hurled into the pit. Such was our righteous anger. The planetary assault was a resounding success. The enemy forces shattered and broken. A small faction remained in the machine cathedral, but the rest had either been destroyed or were destined to meet the same inevitable fate. The Lord Captain's retinue and the Space Wolves band delved into the shaft, heading towards the heart of the cathedral. We watched them leave with reverence in our eyes as we were setting up a perimeter around the entrance. We knew now that the true outcome of the Battle of Euphrates II depended on them, and that our fates were theirs to decide. Alright, we have to bring Ulfar. Honestly, he can handle demolitions, or he's got the Xenos lore. She's got Imperial lore, plus all of my persuasion skills. Pascal covers my text use. This is a little melee heavy, but I think my Pyromancer can complement for this, and I do want this girl, although I'm... who would I kick out? I would kick out Abelard, probably, because I want to hear Heinrichs and Ulfar talking about whatever happens on this planet. The only one that I want to bring is Argenta. This is... because I think we've reached the point... my Pyromancer does enough damage that I can compensate for having slightly weaker melee characters who can't get into combat as easily. But it's the dialogue. I want to hear the best dialogue. We'll bring Argenta this time around, and we'll take Abelard on something next time. If I didn't have to bring Ulfar, I'd probably bring Abelard as well, but Ulfar, this is part of his quest, so we obviously have to bring him. Oh. Oh, stretch. Oh. Goes the... did that guy have 2 heavy bolters strapped to his back? Holy shit. May the energies of the may the gears resume turning, may the batteries be infused with the blessed port. No, his voice wasn't that wispy. I need to redo that. I'm sure we'll get more dialogue from him in a second, or in a bit. Oh, is that Conrad? Is that Conrad? The giant, clad in dark crimson armor, is in the middle of a sinister litany, his words turning into a repulsive, ethereal stench in the flakes of otherworldly ice. He has not yet noticed your presence. Oh, you're not looking so good, Conrad. You're not looking so good anymore, buddy. Looks like you're having some issues there. Wonder why. The same cannot be said about Konrad Voigtveer, who stands at his side. His completely mutated turquoise eyes flash upon seeing you. He flinches but remains silent, hesitant to interrupt the ritual. You already missed out on something. Does that count for something that hasn't happened yet, but you can't do? Something involving this specific area. Yes, if it's something that's not going to happen in this playthrough, I don't mind it, because if I ever play through this again, then it's just going to be for my own entertainment. I'm not going to mind if I've already been spoiled on something. So yes, as long as it's not something that's upcoming or something that I can affect on this playthrough, well, more upcoming. If we've already passed that point and it's something that I can't change and can't affect, then by all means, go right ahead. I'd love to know more. Observe the sinister sorcery at work. You can feel the strings of the surreal force emanating from the sorcerer's fingers and wrapping around the enormous disc of the drill. He is feeding its sacred batteries with his profane magic as if it were a motive force, subjugating the tech priest's creation to his will. The sorcerer does not turn his head as his voice rolls over the room.
I see you, mortal. I sense your meek mind. The sorcerer reluctantly turns, his burning gaze settling upon you. So you are the one who was so eager to meet me and your own demise. Rejoice, brother Twilight. Today you shall become the new rogue trader. Voitvier's deformed features twist into a bloodthirsty smile. Yes, master. I will rectify my mistake and reclaim what was stolen from me.
Examine the machine. If you're full heretic, you can side with the heretics here, obviously, and upon doing so, Urlan joins you as a space marine companion. I had heard rumors about that, but I wasn't sure. The fact that he's been the only Chaos Marine that has had a portrait already had me thinking that he was somehow involved in a heretical playthrough. Very interesting. So you can swap out, you can betray the Space Wolves, kill them, obviously, and then get Urlan on your side. How Argenta also doesn't end up immediately trying to kill you, although maybe she does. The platform beneath the sorcerer's feet is the drilling machine's massive tunneling shield. This mighty mechanism can gnaw through the underground rock, bunker bulkheads, reinforced with adamantine, or anything else that may lurk in the planet's depths. If you go full heretic, she's left you by this point. Understandable. At least they addressed that. The corrupted servants of the Deus Mechanicus scuttle around the heretic, muttering twisted prayers of ignition in an attempt to persuade the omniscient majestic beast to awaken and rend this world's flesh. Do you have a name? Or shall I simply refer to you as the heretic?
You know my name well. I am Urlan the Cruel, breaker of misbelievers, truth speaker, triumphator of faith, dark apostle of the blessed word-bearer legion. Kneel and offer prayers in gratitude, for your death could not bear a worthier name. Voidfear, what the devils are you doing here? Voidfear cocks his head sharply like a bird, laughing mockingly. I am upon the path to greatness, Sylvani. True power of the kind you and Theodora could only dream. The edge of daybreak promised to weave me a truly remarkable fate.
Doesn't have gifts, rage boys, or no fun, huh? I'm not following you there, Sint.
You are on a path to your own death and nothing more. You have merely reached its end. An empty threat. I have the upper hand now. In my next prayer to the gods, I will thank them for letting me destroy yet another rogue traitor of the von Valencius line.
Nurgle Overcorn. Well, to be fair, he's a word bearer. He's Chaos Undivided. He's not a world eater. Don't worry, a lot of people get those mixed up. I've gotten those mixed up before, especially if I'm talking about the two of them. Must have weaved me a truly remarkable fate. And you bought that? Yeah, I know. That's okay, Sint. It happens sometimes. I've seen people who have known the lore for years still get Word Bearer and World Eater backwards. I've seen people say World Bearer and Word Eater because the two have such similar naming conventions. It just happens. We screw up. That their color scheme is virtually identical? I mean, to some extent, I can see that. The Word Bearers is more of a muted red with silverish kind of outline, whereas the Word Bearer, see, I just did it. And the World Eaters is more of a blood red with brass highlights. But yes, they are about as similar as you can get as far as legionary paint schemes go. From the pre-heresy legions, at least.
An empty threat.
Oh yeah, we already read this part.
If you only knew what powerful weapon awaits us down below, with it, we will remake the entire Enough, brother Twilight. Your lips will not speak a word more than it is the heathen's place to hear. Ignorance is their cloister. Let them remain trapped there.
The Iron Hands and the Iron Warriors, the big difference is one is warning stripes. To be fair, the Iron Hands also have a very black color scheme. Funnily enough, it's the Iron Hands and the Raven Guard that have nearly identical paint schemes, but because their actual chapter like names and identities are so different, nobody gets them confused. Instead, yeah, you're right. It's the Iron Hands and the Iron Warriors. And usually people forget which one is loyalist and which one is traitor.
You must have been preoccupied with something profoundly important if you paid no heed to me obliterating your armies. Death for the glory of the true gods is a blessed fate for any true believer. Why would I rob them of it? Even every martyr who perishes in their name only empowers their reign. I was tasked with a far different mission, to make the Coronis Expanse behold the sheer impotence of its most eminent protector. Once Calcazar's treasure has been stolen, his secret hoards plundered, and his name shamed, the dogs of the false emperor will see the truth, that no one will protect them, no one will heed their pleas. Only by bowing to the masters of the Immaterium will they earn any right to live.
I have the same problem, Tenwin. I still remember back in the day when I played KOTOR 1 and I did just the usual light side playthrough the first time. I was like, I'm going to go back and play dark side. And then, like, the choices were so just petty in their evilness that I was just like, I can't do this. This is just... It makes me feel gross to play. Everyone's favorite factions. I mean, I'm a Dark Angels fan, and my tabletop army is a Dark Angel successor, so I'm kind of stuck with Space Marines, but... I mean, just in general, I just like the lore in general. I want to learn more about the Eldar. It's definitely a faction I know less of the lore about. I like the Drukhari. I think the Drukhari are just such a amazing choice for a universe where... They are the pinnacle when someone says, this universe is total shit. Everyone is a bad guy. And you can just point at the Drukhari and say, these guys literally have to devour people's suffering just to prevent their souls from being sucked into hell. Like, it's 40k in a nutshell. We can't, I guess, Tyranids, Death Guard in that order. 10 men. Good choices, good choices. Chaos, Orcs, Mechanicus, Tau. That's understandable. I'm a bit of an Imperium fan, but I'm very much of the indomitable human spirit can resist anything kind of crowd. But it also means I enjoy watching the Imperium get its shit pushed in when they inevitably fuck up. Which they, again, inevitably do.
And what is this treasure you covet so terribly, heretic? Tell me before I melt the flesh from your bones. I will keep this from you, so that you may perish in the darkness of ignorance. Pathetic. Your master did not even tell you the reason why he sent you to face your death. And neither will I make this poisoned cup any easier to drink.
You need a good antagonist, I'm here for that. And that is what the Imperium provides in spades. I do wish they had a little less infighting, mainly because the infighting is what actually... I think what is it called? Suspension of disbelief. I can believe that the Administratum can be a total fuck up most of the time. I can believe that the Imperium is an overbloated, vast, unmitigated corporate bureaucracy and fascist dictatorship that is impossible to manage on a national level. I can believe all of that and that it survived 10,000 years. You cannot convince me, however, that the constant rampant infighting to the point of literal entire planets being vaporized over petty grudges would not have led the Imperium to disintegrate in a matter of decades after the Emperor's ascension to the Golden Throne, let alone 10,000 years. I'm not saying you can't have it happen. I'm just saying that the ubiquity with which it happens makes it very hard to believe that any government, let alone one as corrupt and incompetent as the Imperium, would be capable of still standing. Faith is a strong force in the Space Marines' help, except the Space Marines are involved in most of those infightings. That's part of the problem. And faith is useful, but I mean... Go ahead and look at medieval Europe's history when all of Catholicism was located on a single continent, and you tell me how well a single common religion does in actually stopping people from waging war on one another. I ain't saying it doesn't help. It absolutely does. But, dear God, it's not enough. It's definitely not enough on its own. Sorry, I needed to take a drink there. Ooh, I like this. I like that we can lie.
I already know what you seek here. Spare me your smug pomposity. The sorcerer lets out a chilling laugh. Save your feeble lies, for they are unworthy of my ears. I can see into the souls of mortals, and there is nothing in yours but confusion and fear. No more words then. Thorbold, we need to strike. The wolf lets out a chilling howl, and his pack ready their weapons, acknowledging it as an unequivocal order to kill. Big mech the size of a war bus and full heavy armor. So I've sketched the idea of a Space Wolf successor chapter based on the concept of Fenrir Wolf eating the sun during Ragnarok. Something with a librarian chapter master. Ooh, that would be an interesting way to do a Space Wolf successor. Oh, I have seen that artwork. I've seen that artwork. Magnus was interesting enough, but really, it was the Space Wolf Ozek Ahriman that was really good, in my opinion. Solar Gorgeous. I feel like you could change up the name a little bit, but I'm not sure. Like, Sun Eaters is just a little too on the nose, but I'm definitely thinking you could do something with that. Flash Gits and Tau mech suit parts back in the day. Oh, absolutely. Well, I mean, to be fair, Sint, they're Flash Gits. They could make just about anything look good on them. Sun Eaters is an orc clan. Ah, yeah, that's probably, yeah, that's true too. There's got to be something you could do with that, though. There's got to be something. Maybe you could look up something in Norse that would translate, because, I mean, the whole thing with the Space Wolves is their actual name is the Volca Fenrica. Maybe you could find something in a Norse translation or something that would sound a bit more Fenrisian. I don't know. Maybe that would be a bit better. Sung Fangs, but that's a bit close to another. Yeah. As I said, it's a great concept. It's a great concept. With a solemn gesture of his hands, Urlon thunders in fury. Let those who blaspheme against the true gods beg for their forgiveness in vain. Let their lips be sealed, let their hands be severed, let their souls be reaped and scourged. Oh boy, is this just going to be a massive combat encounter? Because, I mean, I'm here for it. Holy shit, does his entire squad have heavy bolters? Oh, heavy bolter, multi-melta, heavy bolter, another heavy bolter. Do not allow the Malefic any respite. Von Valencius, find cover. Series of orc marks where you drew the part. I have not seen that one. That sounds like something I need to check out. A glorious fight awaits. Take heed with the silver-tongued traitor, for he is old, sly, and strong. But by the Old Father, the wolves will spill rivers of blood this day. The horrific display of profane sorcery appears to have filled Thorbold with joy and anticipation rather than fear. Have you encountered this Urlon before? No, or else his head wouldn't still be attached to his neck. But my pack has heard plenty of his strength and his ignominious misdoings. One can see the evidence of his malfactions across the expanse, like bear tracks upon fresh snow. We stalked him and looked for a chance to clamp our jaws around his throat, but the craven knows well how to hide behind the backs of his heretical lackeys. Do we know what manner of witchcraft he was attempting back there? It seems he wished to wake the tunneling behemoth. If you hunger for my thoughts, Urlon is searching for something down below, in the Manufactorum's deep holes. My warriors destroyed the energy font and silenced the drill, but the detestable Malefic still found a way to revive it with his magics. Sent the Marzai latte clip and the picture of the orc marks. Yep, I see it. I see it on my Twitch screen. It has popped up. I will definitely check those out as soon as stream is over. Tenwin, thank you very much. Can't wait. If it's half as good as the Emperor's Lemon thing, then it'll be worth it. Another blasphemy. There are too many to count now. Pascal's dry voice rattles like a heavy machine chain track, his visor lighting up a blinding green, then blue as you hear a metallic moan coming from everywhere. It is as though the Manufactorum itself is being tortured. What is he after? What is he trying to unearth? Do not ask, for I know not. Kalkazar treats his allies like a Fenrisian mushroom farmer treats produce, in the dark and feeding it shit. Doesn't see fit to enlighten us about the secrets of Euphrates II, and it is no matter. Whatever it is, we must let the loathsome Malefic claim it. I will deal with him. You are a brave one and not easily deterred. Good. Find a way to reach the tunneling platform, while we give the mangy sorcerer something to worry about. Thorvald exchanges glances with the rest of his warriors. You could swear that they all smile in anticipation, even the ones still wearing their helmets. Halbrand, stick to the original plan. Take 2 brothers and go after Doomscream. Our scout reports say that it took refuge here in the depths after being defeated in battle on the approach to the Machine Cathedral. I want to take that unholy tin can that holds his traitorous brain back to Fenris. Good hunting. We won't fail you. The eager Space Marines let out a hungering howl. Proudly tread the hunter's grim, in chase of beast of steel and blood. Fangs barred sharp in thirst of prey, let glory cloak their mighty gait. Doomscream, he hides in this den. Step aside, Halbrand, I will be the one to slay it, and claim this quarry for the baleful howl. What exactly is this Doomscream? It was that massive monster we fought on the surface, right? An old and vicious heretic. A hellbrute whose veins boil with poisonous rage and savagery. His mind and body so warped by the ruinous powers his very existence is an affront to the All-Father's warriors. Tread lightly when facing him, little brother. The beast is mad, hideous, but he is with Almighty, old, and graced with the archenemy's profane patronage. His hateful sermons abound with malefictions, and his weapons have claimed the lives of hundreds in the assaults. We grievously wounded him, true. We haven't seen the last of this foe. Ulfar, I am with you. We will hunt the beast. Ah, do you cease to best me in hunting, Ulfar Everlost? None are faster or deadlier than the Stormbiters. We will see, young wolf. We will see. Then luck be with you, warriors. Edorus, Savani differenzi. Any of these spaces was named after a version of Wolf. Well, I mean, if I remember correctly, someone pointed out Ulfar is based off of the Scandinavian name that is like Ulfan or something, which literally just means wolf. That's why the Space Marine, the Deathwatch kill team in Space Marine 2 has a Space Wolf in their number, also named Ulfar, because the name just means wolf. Let's get these guys up to speed real fast. We've got that covered. We'll go ahead and throw 10 points into that. Kills the first enemy, immediately makes an additional attack against the closest enemy with the same weapon. Maybe. Until the end of combat. We'll go with Destroyer. Give him the ability to debuff. Gets an additional AP. Very nice. I mean, fair 10 win, but still. I mean, it's still pretty on the nose if his first name is just Wolf. Also, to be fair, if we actually got a character that would literally named Wolf, I mean, that's just Games Workshop taking the piss. No. No, none of those are going to work with her. For targets, dodge and parry, that doesn't help me. Bonus to armor, maybe. Bonus to critical damage, that would be good. Meh. Against targets that are stun prone, no. Half the usual bonuses, no. The melee attack, no. Used by an ally on the Archmilitant grants +1 action. Was that? That seems like a weird combination. Were there allies? Yeah, we'll go with that one. We'll go with that one. Bolt weapon, proficiency, expert, breaking point, ballistics, perception. I don't think any of the others are any useful for her. Any others that we can do with this? Stronger together. All allies in the current party gain +5 to the same characteristic as was chosen for humanity's finest. Hatred. No. Yeah, we'll just go with that. Pure defense. She doesn't use single shot damage. That's worthless. Egyptian Chaos would flank Egyptian Chaos and style points to avoid the silly accusations. Alright, fair enough. I mean, to be fair, Games Workshop has come up with a lot of dumb names and dumb concepts over the years. Let's not forget Ferrus Manus, whose name is the Iron Hand, leading his iron hands with his hands made of iron aboard his ship, the Hands of Iron, with his legionary symbol being Iron Hands. I mean, yeah. Bad naming conventions is kind of a thing for Games Workshop sometimes. All resistance set, no, none of that does me any good. Shot through might be good, actually. Yeah, we'll go with shot through. There we go. The chapter, the ship, me, or my hands. Yes! Gets smacked with a power maul. Frickin' smartass. I don't think there was anything I needed to put on Argenta. It has been a little bit since I... Or by type. She can't use that heavy bolter, even though it's better than the one I have. Successful hit with this weapon randomly applies one of the following negative effects. Are you kidding me? That's amazing! Why? Why? Why are all the heavy bolters heretic only? Ugh. Oh, that's actually better than the one I've got on her right now. That works. I don't think there was anything else that would be really good for her. Single attacks? No, that's worthless. Nope. Okay. I know Chaos is supposed to get some good toys, but it's kind of ridiculous that... Oh, good. It's already got my melee guys in the front. Good. Good, good, good. What is this? Screen displays the elevator shutdown diagram. There are 2 devices that prevent the machine from functioning. Cargo. What do we got over here? The lockers are full of work overalls, robes, and tools that are covered in seals and emit the strong scent of sacred unguents. Oh. Tome containing warnings of the Omnissiah. This set of unshakable tenets of the Adeptus Mechanicus is hidden from the eyes of the layman with a special Benaric cipher. Only an anointed tech priest can divine the sacred knowledge from this folio. Interesting. I mean, Pascal should be able to take a look at that for us.
Thank Russ for my sharp senses.
How do we get in here? Come on.
What do we have here?
Why? What the hell? Wait, what? What the fuck? Oh, the wall's just disappearing on that side. Okay, weird. That was throwing me off there for a second. I was confused as to what the hell was going on. Sup, guys? You just hanging out? Just hanging out and staring at us? Yeah, I was wondering when they were gonna notice. What? The crowd of heretics fall to their knees and hold out their hands to you, pleading for mercy. Oh, I wasn't expecting this. Haven't done the most obvious of dumb choices yet to reveal the Terran High central godlike creature that takes the shape of a sexy woman. Don't give them ideas. I saw the amount of simping that happened when the Norn Queen model or whatever that they did a year ago got released. And people were literally salivating over that model's thighs. Like, they would do it. Don't tempt them. Games Workshop would absolutely do that. They gave the Tyranid player, nor was it elected. I don't remember. It was one of the new models that they got last year. And people, it was a Norn Queen or a Lictor or something, and it had like thighs and an ass, and people were just salivating over that. And it was like, okay, yeah, like, yeah, they haven't gone full Kerrigan from StarCraft, but they are inching closer. The Neurolictor, yes. Pretty sure that's the one. I can't look it up right now. It was one of those that they got released. Slanesh approves. Somewhat. Yeah, pretty much. Fall to their knees and hold out their hands to you, pleading for mercy. Their leader, a heretic with worm-like tentacles stirring about in one of his eye sockets, howls plaintively out of his vox. Sovani di Forense von Valencius, conqueror of steel, smiter of true flesh. We initiate capitulation protocol. Nowhere under this chrome firmament and leaden haze is there a cogitational array capable of designing a productive method of opposing you. What genes do they base the Neurolictor on? I don't know. I'd have to relook at the model and see what they might have come up with. The Tyranids, well, to be fair, the Tyranids don't draw from any one source for the most part. Everything's kind of an amalgamation of everything that they created. Your indestructible legions have annihilated all who dared to stand in your way. No matter what we threw at you, you turned it to dust, which your servants then trampled into oil and soot. Our survivors are few. Mercy. We beg for mercy. Wasn't the Hive Guards based on space? There is some indication yet, or specifically not the Hive Guards as a whole, but there's commentary, I think, in the Tyranid Codex from an Inquisitor's point of view or a Mechanicus Biologos point of view, where they dissected one and they were looking at its bone structure and they realized that its bone structure was closely mirroring the way Astartes bones are designed and remade when they have their gene seed and various organs put into them. And that was where they believed, oh shit, the Hive Guard aren't... The Tyranids didn't just create the Hive Guard, they modified the Hive Guard to more closely match Astartes that they would be fighting. We'll take the Iconoclast option for now, but this is probably going to come back to bite us in the ass. Lay down your weapons and await your judgment. A proper tribunal will be held once we are done here, and there your fate will be decided. One after another, the heretics hand over their weapons, like a congregation bringing gifts to a terrifying god, whose stare alone could pulverize them. Perhaps for them, now that they have witnessed your tactical genius and unbridled might, that image is not far from the truth. Oh yes, but at least with this we can have a modicum of fairness regarding the thing. Don't forget, Iconoclast does not mean nice, it just means that I'm more willing to hear you out until you inevitably give me enough rope to hang you with.
I'll learn from this mistake.
Damn, really? We didn't pass that one? We have 100 and... I have a fucking 130 in Lore Warp. I have put every single one of my skill ups into this, and it's still not enough to give me a good chance. The floor is covered with foul symbols and covered in red. It seems that blood was purposely drawn out of them, prolonging the suffering of the unfortunate.
I always have a backup.
Alright, where do we go from here? Oh wow, it included all of these guys.
Why would a homunculus establish a lair in the middle of the forests of Quetzaltemer? I thought Drakari feared to be in real space.
Why are we getting this now?
I'm more discouraged to see signs of humans in the same place. There is a dark alliance lurking beneath this veil of mystery.
Really? Testfield again?
Far more frightening than any typical
I rolled a
cold
straight up... Why did it use Pascal's lore? What the fuck game?
I will lead us to fortune.
Why did you use Pascal's fucking lore? He doesn't have lore warp. He doesn't fucking use it. Game, you're fucking me right here. Stop it.
The machine god grants the insight.
Game is being a right bastard right now. Fuck. Yeah, I guess the game is sick and tired of me using my pyromancer to kill everything and is just like, nah, you get to fuck up all these other rolls then. Oh, let me guess. Oh boy, a defiler. How did that not kill the dude next to him? Oh. Oh, I don't like the look of this. Okay, what do we keep? Plasma bat. They have 325 health apiece? Said that the Norn emissaries were described as able to kill multiple stories. Not sure how I feel about that. I don't know. The Custodes lore regarding that shit is always weird. 3,000 health. Okay. Restores 20% of its maximum wounds? I'm sorry, what? Launches 2 rockets that will explode in 1 round, dealing... Okay. Whenever the defiler's moon dropped to 0 for the first time, it restores all wounds. Without destroying the battery? How would that be possible? It restores 20% of its health every turn. Well, that's its own thing. I don't even know what to do with that, Argenta. Well, I didn't build my thing to use Argenta, and now I'm really regretting that I brought her, honestly. Alright, let's get people up here. Son of a bitch. Pascal, you go here. Well, I do suppose it is usable as cover, so I could hide behind it and let them shoot at it for me, which would be useful. Heinrichs is just gonna fucking die. Oh, God. Hold on. Ulfar, take a step back so we can take full use of this cover, please. Oh, great. I can't even reach that far. That's great. Thanks for that, game. Okay. Alright, fine, fine. Mad Technomat, Corrupted Skitari, Cultist, Cultist, Cultist. Cultist, Cultist. Total of 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Where's the remaining 2? I don't see where else the remaining 2 are. I don't like that. Alright, here we go. Gonna quick save. Well, in my case, the answer is more fire. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and immediately Warp Curse Unleashed on... Really? She can't reach him from here? Are you fucking... Jeez, motherfucker. How is that not in range? Why is that one shorter range? Fuck you. Fuck you. You know what? Fuck you. Just hold in your gaze. Good. Burning effect applied. Slowed effect applied. He failed the resistance check. That's what we needed. Now, go ahead and buff.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
Go ahead and buff.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Alright, what else have we got? And we're going to... Med Technomats are up here as well. Wait a second. Don't tell me that they have some kind of, like... Okay, good. They don't have any, like, repair ability or some stupid shit like that. So then we're going to Held in My Gaze on you as well.
No! These ruby flashes are choking me!
Then we're going to cast that on you to start spreading the curse. Then we're going to... Going to draw you guys slightly away from me, so that way I don't have to worry as much. There we go. And then we're going to give me an additional turn. Yeah, that's what I was concerned about, Ten, when I immediately saw Technomats, and I'm like, okay, does that mean they're going to run up and repair this thing on top of the 20% of wounds that it already heals every single turn? Alright, how do we want to do this? We're going to set you on fire. Good. Then we're going to... He's already on fire, so then we're going to set... Nope, that instant kills him. That would instant kill any of them. Alright, fine, I guess we'll cast it on you.
Another enemy down.
Good. Then we're going to inflame.
I'll see to it personally. You all fall before my
Alright, those 3 are gone. He is still at a lot of health. So we're going to... I think that would hit Ulfar if I did that, unfortunately. Shit.
I'll make
Screw it.
happen.
Okay, 177 damage. It didn't hit Ulfar. Good. What is this? Target ally may immediately use their heroic attack without spending momentum. We'll see. But we're going to end that. Cassia will now use Finest Hour
to give me a full extra turn with full AP and MP.
I'll show you why navigators are feared.
And now, let me see here. How? Corrupted Scutarius, Cultist. Yeah, okay. We're going to move up here. I wonder if and when we get Lorgar and Perturabo's models. Well, Lorgar definitely, because he's literally just himself. He didn't really change upon becoming a demon prince. He's just himself because he's perfectly in tune with his nature. Whereas Perturabo would be something akin to a giant version of an obliterator or a mutilator, where he's just got so much goddamn... he's just this giant hulking, like, dreadnought almost, but with a person still inside that you can actually see. I don't like that those guys get to go before everybody else. That's aggravating. I don't want to have to waste shots killing them, but move up a bit. Okay, how do we want to do this? Target suffers double the damage of the ignite, second power, and half the damage of all burning creatures within line of sight. By -20, so that should be... He still has 166% armor. God damn, well, we need to keep doing this then. So we're going to blast him with that. That's 300 damage there. We're going to inflame to increase burning damage. Well, again, part of that is because Lorgar is what he is. Like, he never... I don't know. It's almost like becoming a demon prince causes their soul to fuse with their god somewhat, and then to express that through their physical appearance. So Mortarion got the wings and the insectoid-like appearance and all the plague, and Angron became just this demonic hulking beast, and Fulgrim got the weird snake Slanesh body, but Lorgar is a demon prince of Chaos Undivided. And he fully accepted that he was to become that even before he actually did. So in a way, there was no change needed to be wrought upon his body because he was already in tune with what he was to become. In some, like, from a narrative perspective, that's amazing. But yes, from a model making perspective, it can be a little bit boring. It would literally just be his Horus Heresy model, but maybe spruced up a bit. In the same way that they did the Lion model recently. Firestorm, maybe? No. Yeah, that doesn't do anything to him, so we're better off just continuously using Molten Beam. Zap. That's another 300. Good. Oh, we'll go ahead and pop Revel and Slaughter. We need that crit chance. And then we're going to Molten Beam him again. There we go, 405. We have cut almost half of his armor off. Good. Then we're going to Molten Beam him again. That knocks his armor down to 71%. Good. His deflection is still monstrously high. We're going to Ignite for 207. Come on. There we go, 267 damage. No, we can't do anything about that, unfortunately. If I run and gun, can I get one more Ignite off? I can. We're going to go ahead and Ignite these guys and get them out of here so that hopefully they don't... There we go. Don't have to worry about them getting in my way now. Then we are going to Orchestrate Flames so that he cannot turn this off. There we go. And then I'm going to duck back over here behind cover because this is going to be painful. May as well Word of the Emperor, everybody. Get some bonus momentum out of the deal. And I think that's going to be it. Cassia, can you do anything else? Backline cover efficiency. Go ahead and just drop that on us, because we're gonna need it.
Lord Captain.
Yep, here he comes. Oh my god. Did he... I can't even tell what he did. Okay. So he just marked that. He took another 400 damage from that, and now he's immediately going, which is... Game, can you decide whether I get a turn or not? Nope, I'm gonna die. I have no cover. Somehow I'm not dead. He has a sniper rifle. Please don't hit me. Jesus Christ. About to say, please shoot somebody other than me. That would be great. Heinrichs, go over here and deal with these assholes, please. Because you trying to fight the fucking Defiler was just... It would just end badly.
Let's see to it.
Go ahead and buff yourself, and then go ahead and give us a swing.
For the throne's glory.
There we go. Nice. Can you charge? Yes, you can. Thank you, Heinrichs. Perfectly acceptable. All targets suffer in 26%. Can we... we can't...
Alas.
No line of sight on target. Damn. Go ahead and endure. Give yourself some bonus hit points just in case. Oh, what? It gets to go again? What are we supposed to do? We can't move everybody else. I can't... Nobody has a turn over here. You son of a bitch. You piece of shit. Alright, fine, fine. Go ahead and rapid fire. Go ahead and controlled shot, just in case anybody gets in the way. Then we're going to... Concentrated fire. Yes. Confident approach? No, that's useless. Reckless rush is useless. Then we're going to... Open fire. Come on, Argenta. I mean, it's not much. It was really not much. Holy shit, that did nothing to him. I thought concentrate... Next area attack. I thought that applied to all of them. An area attack deals damage to all creatures in area effect. Such attacks can be made with melee weapons, some ranged weapons, and through some... Okay, I think you're right. To be fair, I haven't been using Argenta very much, and I think I got that for her at some point without really thinking about it, so... See, he gets to go... That's bullshit. He gets to mark 2 zones, and then in between every turn, he gets to do that. That is horseshit. I don't get the opportunity to even move out of those zones. It'd be one thing if I had the opportunity to. That is just fucking horseshit. Well, there went my best chance of getting the fucking damage. He's already healing. I had him down below 1,000. He's already back up to 1,400. Jesus, because he chose to shoot only at me for the entirety of his first turn, and then he shot at me again with all of these immediate reactions in between the turns. Jesus Christ. Fair impact, dam, piercing and rending effects, bleed, and slow the target. Oh, God. Oh, of course, and he can't... There is an obstacle. No, there isn't. There is not. There is a clear path.
Give this task to
Whatever.
someone lesser.
Piece of shit.
I challenge you, damget.
Okay, how do we want to do this? That doesn't do us any good. We'll go ahead and pop this for the 3 stacks of versatility. That's really the main advantage. Then we're going to... Okay, 156 damage. That's better than nothing, I suppose. Then go ahead and open fire with the bolt pistol. There we go. Damage inflicted. Then we're going to go ahead and... I swear to God, if Ulfar can kick this thing and knock it prone, I'm gonna laugh my ass off. No, I didn't think so. Still, he did 54 damage with that. That's not gonna say no to that. Can he run a gun? Yes, he can. And then we can swing again with the sword. 184 damage. See, and then he gets to go again! Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, Pascal. Throw some additional shit on him. Also, move, because otherwise you're gonna get fucking blasted by this thing. Of course, there's no real place to take any cover. Aside from over here. Okay. Machine Spirit Banishment. Well, that won't actually... Why won't it? It's a machine. Oh, for fuck's sake, game. No. Piercing Shot. 10% additional armor penetration. Which we need, because he's still at 84% armor. Whenever an ally attacks a target, this attack deals 5% additional damage and gains half the bounty hunter. Well, I guess we can... That's true. Let's go ahead and... Precise. And perfect shot. Then we're going to... We've got 3 left. We're going to... 8 additional damage or 12% armor penetration. We're gonna go with... Oh, I should... Wait, what? I mark an enemy. What do you mean no line of sight to target? What the fuck? Giant 3-story tall metal machine, no line of sight to target by standing behind a corner. You fucking kidding me? Please give me that. Thank you. Then I want you to pop... He lost his bonus from perfect spot because it wasn't the perfect spot because... Oh my god. Whatever. Piercing shot. Give me the additional 10% armor penetration. Then we're going to use the extra damage plasma shot. 361 damage. Thank you, Pascal. Then I want you to use Machine Spirit Banishment. Well, at least it debuffed him. It didn't do anything else, though. And he gets another turn. Somehow misses both Ulfar and Argenta, despite aiming at both of them. It has 421 HP. I have no idea if she can even do anything with this. Well, first off, please move.
I have read tomes of military tactics.
Thank you. Go ahead and boost Ulfar with that.
Job for the serfs?
And at least gives him some of that. Then I want you to held in my gaze to deal additional damage. Oh, right. It restores salt. Fuck me. Okay. Okay. Alright, how much AP does she? She has 6 AP left. We're going to held in our gaze again. And force him to take more damage. Yes, he still has Inflame. He still has Molten Beam. He still has Warp Burn. Then we're going to Warp Curse Unleash to increase the amount of damage he takes each turn. Then we're going to... Would that even work? Willpower and toughness until end of... Actually, yes, put that on Ulfar.
If I may...
No, he hasn't. We got him down to 0, and then he insta-healed back up to full health. Give Ulfar another turn. He's probably my best bet, all things considered. Go ahead and kick. For 200. Then we're going to... Target is too close. Of course. Alright. Swing. Another 438. He's at least got some decent stacks of versatility. Going to... That doesn't do me any good. Dash doesn't do me any good. controlled shot and rapid shot doesn't do me any good. Alright, just shoot him, I guess. It's another 208 damage. Cassia, go ahead and throw frontline on Ulfar. I should have done that to begin with. I'm an idiot. Inquisitor's Tenant. Momentum plus 50 isn't going to be enough. Gains temporary wounds, armor, and deflection. We need that.
I am a navigator, not a
Should have popped that from the beginning. I'm an idiot for not popping that from the beginning. Well, because his effect is that he starts losing health after he uses that. So it's like, where is it? I'm pretty sure it's this one. Yeah, whenever the Defiler's wounds drop to 0 for the first time, restores all wounds, but suffers additional damage at the end of each of its turns. Which it should be doing now. Or at least... Okay, good. He managed to parry that. Ow! What the fuck was that? What? What? Jesus Christ. 22. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? Oh, it takes damage at the end of its turn. He took 22 damage. 22 out of 3,000 plus health. Are you fucking kidding? He restores 20% of his wounds every turn. That is horseshit. Go ahead and throw that on Ulfar so that maybe, hopefully, he can do something.
The Emperor is on our side.
There are some things that piss me off. I'm sorry. I don't mean to sound so salty.
But of course, Lord Count.
Thank you. Brain him, Heinrichs. Thank you for that. Doors worthless. Purge soul. Damage is damage, I suppose.
Let's see to it.
Go ahead and use that. Go ahead and...
More trouble than it's worth.
How? You could cast that on him? Why can't you cast this on him?
I won't object to it.
Oh my god. Oh, pop endure, I guess. And he gets to attack again. Thank God Ulfar can parry. Everything is on fire. Of course it is. Argenta move up. We'll go ahead with rapid fire as per usual. Please tell me this isn't... It's gonna hit him if it does. There we go. Come on, Argenta. Oh, there we go. Fuck you. Fuck you, you piece of shit. Oh, the armor finally broke and we fucking destroyed him.
I know how to take risks. Let us not dawdle.
Jeez, what the fuck? Effect to play. Stop. Just fucking... Why is everything still on fire? We're on normal. Like, we're on normal. I've just made it so that the enemies don't have any debuffs or buffs. Like, that's it. Jesus Christ. Why did I get 3 injuries from being knocked out once? Oh, God. Okay, hold on. Hold the phone. I gave her the... Yes, I did give her those that we picked up in Komarov. Thank fuck.
Sets my path. Be strong. Greater trials lie ahead.
I won't forget this.
That's 1.
The pain will subside.
And 2.
I owe you a debt.
Let me
And
tend to your
3.
wounds.
I'll make sure to return the favor one day.
Okay. My salt levels are falling. We're doing better now. Oh, power sword. Ooh, plasma pistols. Too bad nobody really uses that. It would be really nice if, say, a fucking pistol would work in Ulfar's hand, but apparently it has to be a Astartes pistol, or else it doesn't work. I guess we'll hold on to those at least.
Rise to the
What have we got over here?
Left in the dust.
What is this? Oh, To an enemy with a ranged attack from a range of 5 cells or further, they become the wearer's highest priority. Well, that's worthless. A mummy covered in bandages. Well, soul pattern just means that they were manufactured somewhere in the solar system, I would imagine. Or it might be that it was made in a manufactorum that is located on Earth. Because don't forget, even though most of the manufacturing is done on Mars in the solar system, there are still manufactories that are on Earth and other planets as well.
Keep your wits about you.
It might even also be that it's a pattern of power sword that was originally made before they the Treaty of Mars and the alliance with the Mechanicus, which would put it as a homegrown product, essentially. What is over here? Oh, great. There's another one. What the hell? What is in here? More cargo. Worthless. That's not good. I'm assuming we can't go through that without immediately fucking dying. That would be my guess. How do we... Wait a second. No, there's no way to get over there. You have to go through here in order to get up there, or you have to go through here in order to get through there, or you have to go... Oh, wait, there might be a way around it. Hold on. Corrupted cogitator. Oh. The cogitator appears to be in standby mode. The screen and sensors emit a dull glow, in no way reacting to your approach. Yeah, examine the cogitator. You know enough to determine exactly what happened to the machine. Glitchy projectors, otherworldly sounds from inside the case, an oppressive atmosphere in the room. Everything points towards a scrap code infection, one of the stranger, more frightening creations of the tech priests who devote themselves to the ruinous powers. Perhaps if you can extract the data crypts containing the scrap code, you'll be able to study it later in a controlled environment. Check for the presence of data crypts. You examine all the slots and sockets upon the cogitator's case to no avail. All that you manage to find is a single data stick hidden behind a protective panel. Extract the data stick. You touch the data stick and realize you cannot pull it out or pry your fingers away from its surface. It's as though your hand is being held in place by a powerful magnetic force. You tense every muscle in your body, plant one leg against the cogitator case and pull. At last, the unknown force begins to give way and lets go. You come close to falling flat on your back, but the data stick is clenched in your hand, intact. Ah. Use the logic key. You insert the data stick in one of the available slots. The machine reacts with purrs and clicks. A few moments later, both data sticks are ejected and land on the control panel. Oh, very nice. Can we wake the cogitator? You try pressing keys and examining a couple of the reels. In response, a few lumens light up in the control panel, and a low guttural growl reverberates through the machine. A small auxiliary screen lights up, presenting you with information. Examine the log. You skim the report of the auxiliary system. It seems the cogitator has been completely purged of data. If there's anything of value left in this machine, it will be on the external drives. Alright. No reason to break it, I suppose.
I always have a backup plan.
Ah. Go ahead and... No. Doesn't do me any good. Fortress is worthless on him because he can't take cover. Better for him. These don't really do anything for him. Maybe. We'll go with Wounded Beast. If he ever accumulates any trauma, he'll get bonuses. Go ahead and grab that. There we go. That gets us up to 100% here. Lightbringer Brazier Halls.
Both strong and wise is Ulfa.
Go ahead and blow that.
The Emperor favors me today.
Thank you, Argenta. I don't want to waste time leveling everybody up, so we're just going to leave those for right now. If we need to, I will.
What is that?
Ooh. 20 to all lore skills. Not the worst. Argenta, if you could disarm... Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. I think...
Join me in prayer.
I need
What
you
deeds
to
await
be
us?
very careful, Argenta, and actually follow exactly the path that I'm setting for you. Turn that way. Walk here. Walk here. Here. Here.
Nothing escapes my sight.
Jesus Christ, how many of these are there?
Never doubt me.
There we go. Now double back. This way.
I better myself through
There we
my
go.
Your eye on the
service.
prize.
Took care of that. I don't know where this leads. Gar's too fat to do it. He is indeed. He is indeed. To be fair, he's a space wolf. He would probably point out, like, if you think I'm fitting through that, you're a fucking idiot. Send the sister of battle. She at least knows what she's doing, unlike the rest of
Duty
you.
prevails.
Is it wargled or a trap?
That is true. Admittedly,
Emperor favors me today.
these catwalks do not look the most stable. We should be count ourselves lucky that they can even bear Ulfar's weight right now. I'd rather not have him risk it by jumping on them.
To be made.
That sounds like a decidedly dumb idea. What the hell is around here? What is this? Auxiliary generator chamber. Does this just lead back over... What the hell? Lore Imperium. 40%? What the hell? Do I have something? Who's got the highest Lore Imperium right now? Oh. 40, 60, 50, 30. Oh. Shit. I didn't have anybody with that, did I? Do I have an item that lets me... No. 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 I don't think any of these help. Shit. Well, take a gamble.
I won't let it define
Yeah.
me.
A huge machine of unknown purpose, red hot from working, built-in furnace. The howl coming from the firebox seems to roar as an angry demon. So it's some kind of
Keep your
furnace.
wits about you.
Where?
Intriguing.
Really? More of these things? What is causing these things?
Successful.
I don't know what's doing it, but it's pissing me off because it's blocking me from getting to shit.
Whose innards need take leave of their gut.
Yeah, go around the outside, Ulfar. Come on. There we go. Well, that didn't really help. That doesn't get us anywhere. Yeah, that's where the cogitator was. That still blocks us from getting there,
I
so we're
always
gonna
keep my options open.
go back this way and around here. This Lightbringer bridge. Yeah, we see that. Okay, good. We can slip by there. This got us back up here. Oh, we could have taken the ladder and gotten around here. God damn it. Well, then wait. What is... Oh, it's in the middle of the actual thing, isn't it?
Rise to the top.
Let's do something stupid. What happens if I go to grab it? Oh. It summons a demon, doesn't it? Son of a fucking whore. You know what? I probably should have seen that coming. 1 demon. 2 demons. Of course, that actually counts as an ambush. 7. Okay. Well, we can't do anything. They automatically go. 630, 472. Oh, oh, that means he's gonna keep summoning shit, doesn't it? Oh, God. Okay, I only count 4. Where are the other 2? That's the 5th one. I guess that would count as the 6th one? Alright. Well, as per
Isn't this a
usual,
job for the serfs?
voice of command.
Me. If you insist, Lord Captain.
The rogue trader challenges you to a game of hopscotch. Be careful. It is a space wolf. He'll take it seriously. God help you. Held in my gaze on you. Stop you from moving. Hopefully. Undamn the Sea of Souls. Ah, they passed the willpower check. Shame. We will also try to stop you.
To being ordered around.
Alright, he's on fire as well. Then we've got 4 of these left, so we'll go ahead and throw the warp curse on them. And then nope, that's not gonna help. Alright, just give me another turn, please.
Not a servitor.
How would he take a game of hopscotch seriously? Obviously by throwing himself into it in full power armor. Can you imagine what that would do to the ground? Space Marines in general take challenges very seriously. Space Wolves doubly so. First, he would demand to know what this game of hopscotch is, then he would demand to know how he could beat you at it. Then he would probably laugh his ass off as you tried to explain it, and then he would do it anyways. Why? Okay, game, you need to make up your minds on whether I can see shit or not. Oh, most likely. Okay, so
Let's make some opportunities.
Can't move there, can't move there. Can we... Oh, we can see him. Good. Set him on fire. That's 3 of them on fire. Can we... Nope, we can't see him. Can't see him. Alright. If that's the case, we're just gonna inflame. Everybody takes extra damage. I get my extra turn. Or I will in a moment. I'm gonna set him on fire. Then we're going to... So we're going to use that on Cassia. Cassia immediately gets the opportunity to use the heroic ability without using any... Then we're going to held in my gaze on you again.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
There we go. Turn. I now get my full turn. Let's move here. Set you on fire. Set you on fire. Good. Everyone is now on fire. This is the proper way of things. And then we're going to... If I move back here, will that still work? Yes. Use the Screamer of Tzeentch, who's going to take extra damage from everything that has a burning effect. There we go. Then we're going to inflame. I don't care. I'm using my psychic abilities. Fuck you. He's on fire, he's on fire, he's on fire. He's not on fire. Oh, I completely forgot about it. No line of sight? How? Oh, the giant thing is in the way, isn't it? If I move here, though. Yes, there we go.
I have strategy.
Good. Now you're on fire. Then we're going to cast it again on you. And cast that again on you. And then cast this again on you. There we go. Then we're going to run and gun. And get another cast on you. Good. And turn. Cassia gets another full turn, apparently. That's weird. Okay. I mean... push you back.
If I may.
Force you to move a bit further away. And we're going to mend reality. Veil degradation is reduced by 14. All allies gain plus 14 deflection against all warp damage and damage from psychic powers.
To being ordered around.
There we go. Mend reality. Boom, boom, boom. I don't think there's anything else she can really do? Question mark? really isn't. Point of curiosity. Draw him closer to that explosive barrel, I guess. Nope, that didn't work. Alright. Ulfar. I don't even know if he can get up there. Which is aggravating. Go ahead and deal... Well, hold on. Go ahead and deal with... Target is too close. What do you mean target is too close? Target is too far.
The wolf with such tasks. Wolves reign.
Thank you. Then I want you to move up here.
The wolf is on the hunt.
And you're gonna swing.
So feel the icy
Shoot.
bite of death.
And then go ahead and kick.
I will carve runes out of your bones.
Then we're gonna run and
See how
gun.
the wolf succeeds.
And go ahead and shoot this one.
I am
Good shot,
becoming
good
your
shot.
father's worthy instrument.
Wait, what? He moved out of his own cover? That seems really dumb. That seems exceptionally dumb. That seems stupidly dumb.
Guided by faith.
Like, we can target him now, right? I think? Okay, whatever. Well, I'm gonna target this guy, because when he pops, he'll summon two of the blue ones, and they'll still be in the spot to be shot,
Faith
so...
without deeds is worthless.
There we go. Yeah. Killed them before they could even be spawned. Fuck you. Go ahead and pop Revel. Oh, are you kidding? That would be amazing. Especially if it was on the ship or on Dargonis. Could you imagine the poor nobles seeing the child of Von Valencius being escorted around by a space wolf? Why would I want to escort your child anywhere? Ulfar, if you're escorting my child, I will allow you to threaten any Imperial noble who so much as looks in your general direction. You may then proceed to do anything so long as you don't lay a finger on them. Terrify them, horrify them, make them concerned that you're going to at any moment crack and immediately tear their head off. I don't care. Make it funny. If my daughter comes back laughing, I will consider it a win. Exactly. Watch the wolf succeed. It's a mission. He will succeed at it. Alright, get Heinrichs over here. Buff yourself. Thank you, Heinrichs. Then... I don't think he can actually reach. No, and that counts as an attack, unfortunately. Charge. Go finish this guy off. Good shot. Then we're going to power swing. Can we hit both? No, we can't. Shame. No, that counts as a attack. Alright, we're just going to swing. There we go. Thank you, Heinrichs. Endure. Any priest costume carrying a trick-or-treat bag. Ulfar behind her is doing his best to hide a smile. No. It's Ulfar. He's not hiding a smile. He's grinning in such a way that you think he's going to eat the child, but in reality, he just finds it cute. Sint, you're forgetting he's a space marine. She could literally stand next to his leg and he would be in front of her. Like, his leg would be large enough to a child to be used as cover against someone trying to shoot them. Let's go ahead and pop that so we can gain some additional momentum if we need to. Oh, good. It's my actual first turn. Well, we'll start with the simple thing, which is setting you on fire, as per usual. Then we're going to move up here.
Don't let your guard down.
And we're going to... Oh, so it does still protect him, doesn't it?
Who if not me?
Yeah, it prevents us from attacking him while this stupid piece of shit is still up here. Fine. We'll just keep killing the rest of them then. You're just delaying the inevitable, you stupid demon. Salamander's a safer choice, but
It's not like the Space Wolf is going to go out of his way to cause a problem for the kid. I'm going to set them on fire. We're going to set you on fire, which is going to spawn 2 more. Yep, I know how this works. Then we're going to set you on fire. And that ends the turn. Pascal. I mean, I don't know what that thing can do. We just need to get people up here to activate the thing that removes his protection. Also, that's bullshit. It just keeps plummeting our fucking... Shouldn't need... Oh my god, 51? Pascal, my dude, what is your problem with aiming right now? Start with the offhand attack. Maybe we'll get lucky. There we go. Yeah, we just straight up can't attack him. Yep, they're gonna try and fight Ulfar. Ulfar's got that handled. He might, actually, unironically, he might.
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet.
I'm starting to regret not building him as a melee character with how badly he seems to have times hitting things, which is unfortunate. Can I freeze you in place? No, I still can't even, I can't even do anything. Let's go ahead and boost Heinrichs. He could always use the extra stats. And then we're going to give Heinrichs another turn. So that he can move here. And then we're going to have him charge as far as he can go to get closer. He's already done that. Can you cast that on them? There we go. That at least works, I think. Dance Macabre.
I won't object
to move past him. We should be able to get there on his next turn. Cassia, can you point of curiosity me to draw him closer? Hey, that worked. That's good. What about the warp curse? Nope, still can't do that. Ulfar! Go ahead and swing on both of them. Thank you. That took care of that. Yep, he's gonna move forward. Ow! Holy shit! Okay. Well, fucking Argenta can't do anything. Heinrichs, please move up here and remove the... I said, please move up here and remove the goddamn thing's protection, please. Thank you. Go ahead and cast that on him. Deal some damage. My turn. We're just gonna move up here. And then we're going to Molten Beam this guy in the face. That was not nearly as much damage as I was hoping. We're going to run and gun. So that way we can deal some... Oh, I can actually... Yes, I can. We're going to Molten Beam him again then. Then we're going to Inflame. Pascal, go ahead, mark him. Move over here. That doesn't count as cover. Move over here then. Perfect spot.
Request approved.
Precise shot. Does he have much armor? He does not have much armor. Okay, so if that's the case, we want Cull the Bold instead. So, Cull the Bold. None of the rest are going to work. And then we want the Overcharge. Shoot him in the face. Goodbye. Very nice. I don't think we got any loot for any of that. Nope. There's just whatever is on this guy's corpse, which hopefully is worth it. 2 medkits and a untuning combi tool. Is that better than the one I've got on him right now? It is. If the owner has medium or heavy armor equipped at the start of the first turn in combat, they gain tech use divided by 10% armor. Nice. So that's a straight upgrade for him. Very nice. Very nice.
I don't think we still didn't figure out how to get in here.
Always have a backup plan.
Maybe I was wrong. Hold on. Oh no, there's the door.
This is intriguing.
Pop that open, Tasco. The multifunctionality.
Sharp senses.
Ow, what the fuck? Somehow we missed that one. Okay. Aggravating. But, oh, wait. Can we not even... That doesn't make any sense.
Do you require an audience? I've never wondered so much before.
Oh, why did I grab Cassia?
Things hidden in the heart
Argenta.
turn all to decay.
There we go.
Onward.
Careful. Careful. I mean, among the Mechanicum of Tenwin, it probably is. Don't forget, the Mechanicus do still, you know, they still reproduce naturally before they inevitably remove those parts of their organs, and we know the Magos Biologus tend to keep those parts, usually, as Caiaphas Cain found out when he was dating, or not really dating, but let's be honest, it was about as close to dating as Caiaphas Cain is able to get. Oh, about the first elevator block being removed. Good, 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 good. Was there anything else in here? Yes, there is. What is that? Goods. There we go. Pop that open.
Success is an irrefutable certainty.
I don't like that the door, the wall, wait. Oh, now it's open. I don't like that you did that, game. I don't like that you did that. So where the hell do we go from here? Oh, we need to go back. Yeah, we need to go back to where everything is on fire. Shit. Actually, yeah, we want to. There we go. I have them here in a vat. Oh, that just reminds me of Fallout New Vegas, where you can run, where you can have your brain in a jar and talk to it, which is pretty fucking funny. Oh yeah, we didn't even ask about what the hell's going on over here. I'm coming on Messiah. Deliver the machines from the faithless. Yeah, sure, buddy. Whatever.
The machine god grants me insight.
The injectors are filled with powerful sedatives, a sensible precaution that keeps the captives under the complete control of their tormentors. To the main generator sanctum. So both of those lead there. That's strange. Poor timing considering our decision. Indeed. Oh, Lord Warp. Hopefully my guy can handle this.
Failure is just a
Really?
temporary setback.
A 75% I have 130 in Warp. I have literally put every skill point that I have ever gotten on this character into Lore Warp.
Just as I
Thank you. God damn.
rise to the top. Or get left in
I
the
don't
dust.
like making... that is the one thing I don't like with that kind of system, is I can put all of my skills into that. I can have items that boost its effect, and it's still like, yeah, you still don't actually have the ability to unlock that very consistently.
Heresy grows.
All right.
Blessed be
Please
the
move
road that
around.
we take. Cast your eye there.
Are you... Oh my god.
Pay attention.
Oh my god. Okay. Try to remember. Cassia's a navigator. They can still have children. Yes. It's just a political... Yes. Well, it is a bit more than political. The navigator gene, near as we can tell, is largely recessive, which means unless navigators have kids with other navigators, their children will not be navigators. And that is a death knell to a navigator house and to the Imperium at large. So it would definitely be a case where she might be allowed to... If Cassia were allowed to wed the rogue trader, she would still be expected to have kids with another navigator to ensure the Novator bloodline remains secure. And that would be, again, a massive, like, upset culturally for the navigator. It would take... The only way they'd allow that is because we single-handedly stopped their house from killing itself with her quest. Like, that is the only reason they would even consider that as an option. There we go. Okay. Now what? What is down here?
I mean, it's not guaranteed that a child of a navigator and a non-navigator won't have the ability. It's just that the likelihood is so small that no navigator house is willing to risk their future on such a thing, especially since Cassia is the novator of a noble house. Requesting where she renounces her position, the navigator, but I doubt that that would go well. Well, technically, it depends. If she's willing to give up her position and the house is willing to let her go, that's one thing. But I don't know. There's still enough influence from her predecessor that I think that, yeah, it would probably cause more harm than good. I also do not know where we're supposed to go. Main generator sanctum, the prayer halls. Okay, which one is progress is the problem.
Have a backup plan.
My guess would be the prayer halls. So hold on, we're gonna double back. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Just the way it phrased it and whatnot made me think. Also, we didn't check to see if there was anything in here. Oh, there isn't. In fact, it's a bit wonky. Pretty sure the light is not actually coming from anything in there. Okay, let's, I guess, yeah, we'll try these. Oh, there's another one.
Success is the only outcome.
The air around the caged people is almost ringing with sorceress energy. Before you are psychers whose power, even at rest, creates disturbance in the warp. Well, that's not good. That means they're at least gamma or beta class psychers.
Keep your wits about you.
And unregulated ones at that. Alright, let's see what's down here. We still got... Oh, we got about 20 minutes left. Hopefully we can at least get close to the boss fight. Another reason I'm not wasting time leveling up. We can deal with that later. God damn it. Stop. Another warp one. Oh, really?
That's how it's done.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
So we can't even get through here? Ah, remove the warp barrier. There we go. My psychic abilities are finally coming in handy. Is there a way for Rogue Trader to be a tech priest, or is that not feasible? Theoretically, if it was a situation such as ours, where we were a descendant from a cadet branch that was then brought back in as the only heir, it would be possible. But it depends on how high ranking of a tech priest. If you're just an engine seer or a mid-level tech priest, it would probably be possible. If you were a Magos, hell no. The mechanic, first of all, you probably wouldn't want to go because you'd already be completely indoctrinated into the machine cult. And the Mechanicus would absolutely not let you go. They would not allow that in the slightest. The closest equivalent would probably be an engine seer, because engine seers are like the, I don't know, the warrant officers, the senior non-commissioned officers, to use a military term, of the tech priests. They're the men on the ground, so to speak. They're the ones who commonly are attached to guard regiments and have to handle all the day-to-day mechanics of things and keeping a bunch of weapon systems running. Stuff like that, the Mechanicus wouldn't mind if an engine seer got selected to become a rogue trader. In fact, it would probably be a big thing of prestige, and they'd use that to support, oh, you know, we want you to help with the various Mechanicus issues and whatnot. But anything above that, anything above like a main mid-level tech priest is going to be an absolute no. As Tenwin said, too many secrets of the cult, too much religious indoctrination. There is no way in hell. The cogitator screens flicker as if the system is suffering a power failure. You reach out and touch the control panel, but quickly jerk your hand back. The device is coated in some kind of sticky substance. You know enough to determine exactly what happened to this machine. Yeah, we've read this one. It's the exact same description as the other one. See what the device is coated in. Cogitator's case is covered with scratched symbols and signs, thickly smeared in a pungent, oily mass. You smell tiny bubbles emerging from the gleaming metal. It's almost as if the malodorous slime is seeping from these scratches, like sweat oozes from the pores of a human skin. Check for the presence of data crypts. The data crypt slot are occupied. 2 of them appear to be melted beyond repair, but you might extract the 3rd one without incurring data loss if you successfully deactivate the logical network of the machine itself. Because I'm just trying to imagine a situation where you could have mechadendrites or the like. You have a connection to a forge roll, for which I recall is a no. Well, the thing is, technically, even as a layperson, you could have mechadendrites installed, provided you had provided enough services to the Mechanicum. Mechadendrites are rarely given or installed on non-priests, but it has been done, I think, in the lore a couple of times.
part of the precedent is that technically Space Marine tech priests are not fully invested, but they also will have the full servo harnesses needed for mechadendrites. It's just that they're very, very rare. It's getting a mechadendrite and not being a tech priest is like is basically as close as the Mechanicus comes to giving a Medal of Honor to a non-member of their order. Like it's like the highest honor they could possibly bestow upon someone who isn't part of the priesthood. All right, Pascal, get this handled. You spend a lot of time trying to establish a connection between the countless switches and reels on the control panel and the twisted symbols floating on the glitchy system. At last, you manage to complete the logical network, tame the rampaging system, and force it to disengage the data crypt. At the same moment, the cogitator releases a data stick previously hidden beneath the protective panel, and the device drops to the floor right in front of you. It looks like a logic key used to access additional cogitator reserves. It may fit other systems in this part of the plant. Okay, data key stick, another one, and the dented data crypt. Wait, what? Storage device containing the remains of the scrap code from Kiava Gamma. Interesting. You want a Lazai? Well, they do have digital weapons, which is nice. The little rings that you can equip to different characters that get single shot attacks per combat. But yeah, having a laser eye like Yarrick would have been pretty cool. Examine the log. Not only do you fail to examine the log, even accessing is quite an ordeal. Any data projected by the blinking screen blurs and fades like images on melting film. Alright, walk away from the cogitator. I feel like I'm missing something with these. Oh. Okay. Volatile servitor. These are the ones that explode, right? Yep, volatile self-destruct. Okay, game. Volatile servitor, corrupted Scutarius. So there's at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, boy. So like not just a tiny cosmetic detail you can choose. No, true. They could have, I think it's part of the, where would it have been? Biography? No. Features. Archetype. Where was it? It's during the character creation, you get the option to select your crowning moment of glory and your moment of shame, and that can affect certain dialogue choices throughout the game. Having one of the moments of glory be like rescuing a tech priest, suffering an injury, and then in gratitude, the tech priest gives you an artificial limb, and it giving you better like dialogue results with the Mechanicum would have been a good way to implement something like that. Even if it didn't have like a stat mechanical feature, it would at least give you something dialogue option-wise when talking with people like Pascal or Opticon or any of the other tech priests in the game. That would be a good way of doing that, in my opinion.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Yep, here we are. Okay, there's a lot more of them. Shit. Alright, this is probably going to take up the rest of the stream then. Alright, let's do this then. Oh, no, not Cassia. No. Ulfar, get up here. Ulfar, you go here. Heinrichs, you go over here. Oh boy, this is going to be a pain in the ass. Because there's so many things that explode. Okay, hold on. Volatile Servitor, Combat Servitor, Mad Technomat, Volatile Servitor, Corrupted Scutarius, Combat Servitor, Volatile Servitor, Vox Skull, fuck that thing. It'll probably just do buffs on everybody. Scutarius, Technomat, etc. Okay. Cassia, go ahead and set up here. Pascal, set up over here. I will set up over here. Alright, this is going to suck one way or the other, so let's get it over with. Start the battle.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? Me? If you insist,
No, you're right,
Lord
Tenwin.
Captain.
As I said, having something in the backstory that would allow you to do that, I think, would be a nice touch. I agree. We move here, and then we... Yes.
If I may.
We'll do it there. Try to draw them closer to these two. Luckily, servitors have shit willpower saves, so they always seem to have that issue. Then we're going to hold in my gaze here.
I am a navigator.
Prevent him
not a
from moving.
servitor.
Then we're going to hold in my gaze
Isn't this a
him.
job for the serfs?
Then we're going to Warp Curse on the combat servitor because he's got the highest amount of health. Give me a new turn.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Okay, he's on fire. He's not on fire, unfortunately. Volatile Servitor. Corrupted target. Yep, Volatile Servitor. Good. He's on fire. And we're going to set you on fire. Set you on fire. Then we're going to Firestorm. Glorious. Then we're going to use this on Cassia, which then allows her to give me the extra turn, while also casting this. Did she reach that? No. She's got some movement. We can move her up here. Cast that on him.
Emperor, give me strength.
Good. He's now on fire. No point using that just yet. That gives me my turn. Set him on fire. Set.
I won't compromise my principles.
If I move here. No, I still can't see him. If I move here. Still can't see him. If I move here. Still can't see him. Okay. That.
Taking calculated risk is
It's
in my
fine.
second nature.
Move him there. Wait, can I? No. I want to see if I can hit him from here. No, I can't. What if I move here?
Let's
Yes.
make some opportunities.
Sets him on fire. Then try to move out of that. I move there, maybe? No, no, and no. Okay. Alright. Never mind then. Don't move. Don't move. You're on fire, you're on fire. The only ones that aren't on fire are those three guys back there and him. Which I still cannot see him somehow. I do not know how. No matter where I move over here. Nope. Okay, fine. Fine. So first we're going to flame. Nope, well, I didn't mean to do that, but we dodged it. Fine. Nope, I was a little too close to that. That's fine. There we go. That just leaves the combat servitor. And those guys. So next, we're going to Molten Beam. Vaporize him.
I'll make it happen.
Get us some additional crit chance. If I move here, no. And still no. And yes, good. We can still hit him. And he's dead. Can't cast it on him. Can't cast it on him. Can't cast it on him. We're just going to keep doing it on. And then there we go. And then blow you up. Pop. Pop goes the servitor. And then we'll run and gun, which gets us a couple more movement points, which will let me move over here, which then allows me to cast on you. And yep, that'll be it. Cassia then gets a full turn all on her own. We're going to do nothing because none of that does anything. Actually, fear on him. Push him away from that. There we go. That way if he... Yes, he goes before Heinrich, so hopefully that'll make things a little bit easier on him. Actually, hold on. If I move, say, here, and then do that...
Step aside. The navigator is coming.
Oh, okay, that was a bigger explosion than I thought, but fair enough. And turn. And now it's my turn again. Still can't see that guy. Son of a bitch. Set him on fire. Then, oh right, I forgot I get a shit ton of MP on my turn, so I can move all the way over here. Go ahead and pop that, give myself even more crit hit chance. Then we're going to... Yes, we're going to Molten Beam him. Molten Beam him again.
See to it personally.
Then Inflame. He exploded. Oh wait, that didn't set him on fire? Oh, that's kind of aggravating. Oh fuck it, heroic act.
Here's my perfect moment.
Wow, that did almost nothing in terms of damage. That's kind of bullshit. Heinrichs, get over here, please.
Emperor is on our side.
Charge
For
him.
the throne's glory, be gone.
There we go. That everybody? That's everybody. Good.
Let us not dawdle.
You're right, he was a very sneaky servitor. Very aggravating sneaky servitor. Don't need any of those. And actually, to be fair, this is a actual honest to God Forge World, so it wouldn't be that rare for members of its order to have equipment that was made in the solar system as like honorary relics and things like that. Oh, servo key to the auxiliary chamber. Sniper rifle. What do you have? More sniper. We don't need more than one.
I always have a backup plan.
Lore Imperium?
Just as I planned.
Nice. The machine is functional but heavily altered. You see redundant parts and crudely welded modules. Stinking oil oozes from the cracks. The dashboard is covered with symbols of chaos. There's no doubt that all these manipulations were intended to change the purpose of this device. Interesting. What is down here? Pop that open. Just more cargo. Okay, fair enough. More corrupted Skitari. We don't need another one of those.
I always keep my options open.
More goods. Ooh. Plus 25 demolition, plus 25 tech use. Not bad, but the glove slot is usually better served as a weapon supplement, considering what we've been running into. Oop.
Yes.
Pop that open. There we go.
This could be an opportunity.
Hidden door. What's in here? Oh, it's a shrine to the Chaos Gods. Figures. Terror Axe Slayer. Solid projectile, 30% additional chance to hit, 30 to 45, 35% armor damage. Higher RP deals 1 AP more and deals triple damage against large target size 2 cells or larger. Ooh. Interesting. It's a shame it's exclusion. You can't use it on Irolet because that would actually be a good alternative for her when going up against larger targets. No one else really needs a sniper rifle. All of that is cleared, so we gotta punch through this door. That was a particularly big explosion. Okay, Argenta, are you sure you set that one properly? What's over here? Give me that. Give me. More fuel? Okay. Nothing else there. Wander... What? Why? She said it properly, that's why it's big. Fair enough. I should... Oh. A dirty, disheveled woman pays you no heed, lowering her head and looking at the ground with genuine interest. It's something that either does not exist or is invisible to your eyes. Even at this distance, you detect this distinct smell of ozone, too fresh for this stuffy room, reeking of soot and industrial lubricant. The woman raises a maimed hand and absent-mindedly runs their 2 remaining fingers through their matted hair. Taking a sip of water. She is a psyker. I can feel warp emanations roiling around her, one of the cultist prisoners. How did she manage to get out of a cage and survive? Be vigilant. Creatures like her remain dangerous, even when they mean to do no harm. This is also something we can actually... I think this is a good moment to bring this up. Any future CRPG, I'm just going to say it, Alcat. If you're gonna make the option to make a character a psyker, you need to write the dialogue to reflect that. My character would know this. He is also a psyker. I would even go so far as to say that unless you're going to make the entire game from the perspective of a psyker, I would actually say the main character shouldn't be a psyker, because the way people act around, respond to, and interact with a psyker in 40k is so much different than how they interact with everyone else. Like, don't get me wrong, I like playing my Fire Sorcerer, I like playing my Flame Pyromancer here with warp powers, but the amount of times the game actually acknowledges that I am a psyker is shockingly few and far between. And that is unfortunate. I get why. You have to write dialogue that includes all the different characters and all that. You don't want to have to come up with a billion permutations of every dialogue line. I understand. If that was the case, then me being me, the next time you do a game like this in 40K, if the character is a psyker, it needs to be written with that in mind. And if it's not going to be, don't let us make a psyker. Yes, the revulsion, the mistrust, but also the ability, play it up with the power fantasy angle too. You are able to take the raw stuff of the warp and change reality with it. There should also be some measure of awe, especially once you start to prove yourself, if you're actually like doing the work good, or even greater fear, greater revulsion, and maybe even worship from those who see you as like an emissary of the dark gods if you go the other route. There needs to be more of that. I guess that's my main problem with it. Being a psyker should be central to your character in this universe, not just, oh yeah, my character has psychic powers. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? We can help you. The woman jerks her head and transfixes you with a delirious gaze. Only now do you notice the reddish-black marks upon her cheek, a many-pointed star, the symbol of chaos. She bares her teeth, but you cannot tell whether she does as a threat or out of fear. Do not be afraid. I am the rogue trader. Tell me who you are. Speak. The woman hesitates, looking at you warily. She then begins to sob and replies meekly, "Stay away. In the Emperor's name, stay away from me." Her voice is barely audible, but you manage to make out the words. I do not remember how I ended up here. I don't remember what happened. There was a bright light, like from the arc welding, and then the light reached out with its clutches. She moans, holding her head. The light is taking me over. It's everywhere already. Everywhere. The woman turns her head towards you and blurts out in an unexpectedly low and gruff voice, "Save me. Give me the Emperor's peace, please." Okay, it's interesting. I don't like that her voice changed when she asked for that, but even my Iconoclast character is not willing to play around with this. During late game, when you reach the final talent tree, you can turn any character into a psyker, like any noble awakened psychic abilities, but it doesn't change anything. Yeah, that should be something like Heinrich should immediately be like, oh god, shit, we have no way of getting you to Terra, we have no way of doing the sanctioning process, oh, fuck. Like, even just having him have a moment of panic if you did that would be at least something. May the Emperor guard your soul, and may he guide you to the light of Terra. With a single blow, it is enough to end her pitiful existence. You examine the corpse, and with a start realize the woman's facial features seem to have melted from extreme heat. Whoever or whatever had the poor creature in its thrall has now vanished without a trace.
Always keep your eye on the prize. This is intriguing.
Is it worth or a trap?
Oh, it is past the 3-hour mark, so this is actually where we're going to call it.
Favors me today.
Just realized that we had just gotten past that. So, I hope everybody had a good time. Sorry about the sudden and abrupt stop. I kind of forgot that we were already closing in on the final time here. I hope everybody had a good time. I hope you all enjoyed the stream. Sorry I got a little bit salty with the fight against the Defiler. I know you all enjoyed it, but still. We have to wait 2 more days for another. I'm sorry, but Thursdays is very much a hard no. I've got stuff I've got to do on Thursdays, as long as the person doesn't reschedule. But I will see you all on Friday, as per usual, at our usual time. Hopefully we all make it through the rest of the week, safe and sound. And I hope you all have a glorious rest of your week. Let me, since we actually have a little bit of time, I'm not nearly in a rush. Let me pull up the raids here. Let me see. Hold on, let me turn that off. Let me pull that up. I want to raid someone doing Rogue Trader or the Black Pants Legion is currently streaming. If you don't know who they are a YouTube channel run by a guy named Tex of the Black Pants Legion. Does a lot of really good stuff with Battletech lore and the friends that he games with. I have been a longtime fan of them, so we're going to go ahead and raid them. It looks like they're doing Space Marine 2 right now. Knowing them, they're probably doing co-op. Yeah, that looks to be the case. So we're going to drop you guys off with the Black Pants Legion. Their streaming is a bit variety, but if you do get the chance and you're interested in Mech Warrior stuff, I highly recommend their YouTube channel. The Tex Talks Battletech series is incredibly well done. But I have liked these guys for a long time, so I'm going to go ahead and drop you off with them, and I will see you all on Friday. Let me just start up the raid here. And as I said, I hope you all have a glorious rest of your Wednesday, and I hope you have a glorious rest of the week, and I will see you on Friday. Hope you guys have a good one. All right, there we go.